can I say? Green's the color you money, then put that broccoli in my plate. I've been working really hard and giving y'all niggas a reason to hate. Got a meeting with success, don't waste my time, I can't relate. Hot swap, nigga, terminating haters. Started in the bleachers, we falling like the Lakers. Back up on the scene, ripping for my team. Ripping off the industry, I'm on that Wolverine. Put me on vinyl records, cause we dropping, crushing and ripping it. Terminating haters, started in the bleachers, now we ballin' like the Lakers. Back up on the scene, ripping for my team, ripping off the industry, I'm on that Wolverine. Put me on vinyl records. Really hard and giving y'all niggas a reason to hate. Got a meeting with success, don't waste my time, I can't relate. Hot swap, nigga, terminating haters. Started in the bleachers, we falling like the Lakers. Back up on the scene, ripping for my team, ripping off the industry, I'm on that Wolverine.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. How y'all doing tonight? We got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels over on the Dragonflight beta. Why do I look so disheveled every time I come on stream, man, dude? I need a haircut at this point. I'm thinking Monday or Tuesday, schedule something, because I'm just starting to look a little bit more unkempt, so I might as well let my barber fake it for me, you know what I mean? He's like, you know what, let's just make you look like a productive member of society for just like 2 seconds. I think I'm gonna do that Monday or Tuesdays when the guy is around. How y'all doing though? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one, boys. Yo, let me get the music back up and running tonight. How are all you doing, you beautiful bastages? Hope everybody's having a beautiful, beautiful evening. What song is this one? Hold on. Sorry, I don't know why I played it 3 times in a row. It's alright. What about next one? What am I feeling like, man? That's a good one. This kind of reminds me of like the early 2000s. How y'all doing, chat? Hope everybody's having a good one. Tonight, we're diving back into 5v5 1v1 duels over on the Dragonflight beta. All of you guys are more than welcome to join. Let's always try, man. I want to see if I can help put some groups together real quickly. Zarova, my name, wow, hold on, what, wow, my name looking successful. Hey, no, I say, oh my God, I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, man, looking good right there. I tried to make it nice and big. If you want me, what I could do is I can move it here. I usually keep it down here just because of like format makes sense, but like I can move you around. You want to be like up in the sky? You want to just take up this entire like real estate here? We could adjust it, man. We could do it. You know what I mean? I mean, we can do what the real MVPs do. You know what I mean? You guys, I wouldn't be here without you boys. So here we go. Let's all think noisy real quick. Yo, let's get into some 5v5 1v1 duels, boys. Also, a quick question while we're at it. Do you guys think we get in the pre-patch 25th? Or, because I've been hearing some rumors as of recently that maybe they'll have like 2 phases to the pre-patch. Like, there's going to be season end that's not quite pre-patch but somewhat pre-patch. But then there's going to be like a pre-patch with the actual pre-patch events and Drag Theo pre-patch. So almost like a 2 phases to pre-patch. I'm hoping we just get all of it at once. Because imagine how nice it would be to have an entire month to play around with all our class changes. But again, nothing confirmed by Blizzard. We just gotta wait until like, what, next week? See if they announce anything. We just found out, what, earlier this week, I think that we have a pre-patch testing, and the 25th will be the day when season will be over. I'm kind of hoping they just give us like an entire month to play around with our talents. I think it'll be so good because you'll have Mythic Pluses, you'll have all these things to mess with. It'll give players a lot more of an idea of like how classes play as they try to figure out their main, you know. I'm hoping that they go with a, I gotta fix that whole, whenever I tab out, everything just kind of gets all, you know, I gotta figure that out. I'm not sure what exactly I'm gonna do to make it happen. But yeah, the original is fine, good. What's up, Night? We got ourselves Madness, we got Tim, we got ourselves Mike twice, Generaika, Khaled, how you doing, my guy? Craig the Beautiful Silverhawk, my man, how you doing? King, the Relay, we got ourselves the boys, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one, boys. So what is it that I did last time, man? Because whenever I tab out, it like gets all really like frame dropping, like super frame. Is that why? Is it because that was in 0 for some reason? Sorry about that, boys. That came out of nowhere. Wow. Sorry about that. Are we good? Are we good? I guess for some reason that's why it didn't work. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Have no idea why. For some reason, I swear to God, I thought yesterday it said 144 here. And it wasn't doing like the right thing. But yeah. How y'all doing though, everybody? We got Livelight, we got Vargan here, we got boys. Hey, yo, hit me with it, man. Hit me with it. Sorry about that cough, man. That was violent. Oh, okay, I'm interested. I am interested in that Ice Fury. Wait, I sure got the right Ice Fury? No, no, you're not doing that. You didn't do that. No, 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 you guys can't start using that trinket. You can't start doing. Oh my God, is that how it's gonna be? I feel like if that trinket becomes the meta, then everybody else is gonna start using it. Watch this, watching it. Hit me with it. Sky Fury, all the Wolfies. Woo! I wish that crit, man. That, because that didn't crit, did it? There's no way that crit, right? There's no way that crit. I cry. Did it crit? Hold on. Where's the Primordial Wave? Yep. And then you got Ellie Blast. Yeah, if that crit, man, it'll be so good. Oh my God. Yo, what's up, Alex? How you doing, boys? Hope everybody's having a good one. Let me see if we got any groups up here in the Raids Legacy. So we got one with Var trying to put a group together. We'll get another one. Can you please stop spamming YouTube with your videos? My guy. I mean, no, I just, that's a schedule that I've had for a while, man. I mean, I don't know, probably not. I'm not sure. Imagine going up to somebody and be like, hey, could you stop doing your job? And they're like, okay, and they'll just quit. That seems reasonable. WTF? I don't know, man. That was really nice of him. What a nice guy. Life of a party. I know. That's so hate you. Alrighty, boys. Yo. So we got 2 groups up and running over for the 5 duels. Let me see if I can do it, pin it? Okay, hold on. I'll get it. I'll get it in just a second. I think I had it like here? Or not? Where did I have it here earlier? I'm here to vibe. What's up, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Is it this thing? Wait, what? Here we go. I think that's what we gotta do. I remember copying it. Okay, it's all good, it's all good. I got it. Here we go. So that's a join, boys, if y'all want to join in, man. That's a join if y'all want to join in. Let's see, Dev is dumb. See, Dev is dumb. Devastation Evoker. Dude, Dev is so good. I like Dev. Yo, if y'all want to join in some 5V5 1v1s, boys, we got some groups in here. Last Ice Fury. I want to see what you do with that Ice Fury. Do you play that Ice Fury where you buff the damage of your lava? Bro, that was actually kind of bad. That was kind of damn. Wait, hold on. What was that real quick? I was like kind of doing okay in health, and all of a sudden I just kind of died. Out of left field. Flame Shock's Ice Fury. So Ice Fury crit me for 31. Then I had, I think, what looked like a bunch of lava bursts go in at the same time. Lava burst for 31 into a lava burst for 20 into another lava burst for 22 into Darkman. Okay. A lot of it was also that trinket. Flux melting. Hold on, is that the talent that I'm thinking of? That's the one. Casting Frost Shock increases the damage of your next lava burst by 20. Wait, so okay, does that apply to all the mastery lava bursts with primordial, or is that only gonna apply to like your primordial, your Frost Shock after you get the buff, and then you go for a lava burst? Like your initial lava burst is gonna get the buff, not the following lava burst the proc if you mastery, right? Or am I wrong about that one? I actually do wonder. I think that'd be kind of cool if it was like proccing off of these. Oh, this also buffs you damage too. So I think you get it basically to heat wave, and I think you're supposed to buff it. So you use Sky Fury, you use the primordial, you wait for the heat wave to proc your lava burst, and then you send that one because that one should have a 20% damage buff and another 20% damage buff on top of it. I feel like that one will be even more effective if you want to try that one. But yo, boys, we got ourselves 5 5-1-1 groups. So what's the other group doing actually? How are they doing? We got War already with 4 in his group. They just need one more homie in there, boys. And it'll be good to go. Retroy? Is that the Rex Troy? But like... Or not? Because Varg is just... Got his pet sick on the guy. Blasting him out. Cutting him out. Pets get hit with a blind stun. Var has a trigger for it. Fade down the last second. And Retroy. Is that Rex Troy? I want to say not. I mean, maybe. I don't want to say probably not. Woo! Hold up. Okay. I see that you use Darkmoon deck and I almost want to disqualify you completely. Could that the crit ever? Or is that trinket just like a normal hit? Frozen Devotion, by the way. What is that? What is Frozen Devotion? Why'd I get hit by 43% from Frozen Devotion? What is that? Wait, what is Frozen Devotion? Permanently enchants a weapon to sometimes radiate eyes, dealing frost damage split between enemies in front of you. Huh? Wait, there's an enchant that does 40,000 damage? Okay, hold up. Alright, I didn't realize there was an enchant that does that much. Okay, wow. Dude, there's so many procs, man. What is going on? Just want to download the PBE and you need to pre-order Dragonflight to get it. Just want to download the PBE. What's a PBE? Как же здорово, здорово, друг, как дела? Здорово. Все нормально, все хорошо. Yeah, I want to see PvP tonight. I can't do spectator and be in the game. I can't get the camera view while also participating, my guy. I literally physically can't. And a lot of you guys want to see the actual, like, you want to see everybody else play with a spectator. A lot more of you guys enjoy that than my actual gameplay. Alrighty. Yo, how does the other group doing? So they got 4. We need a full 5-man team over here on the other side. If you guys want to join, we got a LFG group. What do we got? Ellie Blast? Okay, Darkmoon Inferno. Is that really where we're gonna be? Is the Darkmoon decks abuse? Abusing Darkmoon decks left and right? What is this? I'm in the PTR. So PTR, anybody can add PTR. You just have to go to like the your Battle.net, go to your account, go to games with subscriptions, and down below you gotta scroll all the way down past all the games you have, or all the games you purchased from the from WoW, and you have to go all the way down to where what's it? To where what am I trying to think of? It's like at the very bottom it should be like PTR, and you should be able to create an account. And once you create an account, you close down your Battle.net completely, and then you open it back up. Once you restart your Battle.net, it should be there. It'll look something like this. Like you'll have the play button, you'll have the game versions over here, and you can click it, and you should have the public test room on there. And then you kind of hop on the public test room, and you're good to go. On the PTR though, your profile is going to be a little different. Like you're not going to have your add-ons or your weak auras or any of those other settings. So just be ready to like go set yourself up. But you'll at least get access to the new talents. With Dragonflight, you'll get access to the new UI stuff. So if you enjoy this kind of layout and the customization, like you should be able to customize a pretty decent build fairly quickly, fairly efficiently. But yeah, how to download, there's also a video. It's very, very quick, honestly. What's up, Dad? What's up, Worthos? Hey, man, try to put a group together. Ready down? So we got a 5-man team for VAR at the ready, looking to get more boys in here for 5-5 1v1s. Starting a 5-5 1v1 duels group. I'll try advertising out here. Have one ready. Wait, Silver, you got a second one? Wait, or is Silver? Are you guys in the same group, or do you guys have 2 separate groups? Hold on. Lath and Bar. Are you guys separate groups or are you guys together? No, you have lead. So you have a separate group. Wait, so I'm starting this for no reason then. Oh, I have no idea. I had no clue. For some reason, I thought there was only one. Never mind. You guys are way ahead of the competition, apparently. Thanks so much, boys, for putting this together. I appreciate it. We got the regular homies in here. All right. Vargan and Silver Hawk 5. Let's get you boys in here. Hell yeah. Yo, or drop Prot Warrior. Drop a DK, drop a Prot Warrior. What do you mean? I attempted to get him to boots on the beta drop and bear people. Wait, or maybe drop DK or drop Prot Warrior. I think a Prot Warrior will be easier with the heroic leap, wouldn't it? Or do you want to like take full damage while falling from the sky and then have a displace? Because imagine Prot Warrior, you could like correct your fall, but I don't know if it'll mess it up. If you did want to do one or the other, honestly I think Prot Warrior because you'll drop in and then you can maybe leap away, right? As a DK kind of like stuck and you're just trying to defend yourself. As a Prot Warrior, you may be able to like drop in, nuke somebody, leap away, and then you're out of there. Honestly, if you did that, that'd be hilarious. Which you could attack with a new UI, gets it back to the old UI can be. So I imagine they'll add like, I mean, the new UI, you can basically modify it so it looks like the old UI, but I'm sure there'll be like add-ons like Bartender that will have like the classic design, or like Dominoes that'll have a classic design option at some point in the future. But as of right now, yeah, you can kind of do stuff, but not really. Yes and no, sort of, kind. Not really. But yo, let's get some duels up and running, boys. Yo, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Yo, what we got tonight so far? So Twitch, we got ourselves Johnny Bravo first up over for the team 1. We got ourselves Lacussy, Retroid. We got ourselves a Rooster. We got ourselves a Warlock over for the team 1 with Unknown Blast or Unhow Blast. Gonna be first up as an enhanced Shamansman. Okay, I'm literally expecting for you to do some really cheesy stuff. Any second now, I'm waiting for it. Polly in the opener, but Johnny Bravo trying to go for a Ring of Frost, not freezing him in place, but kind of trapping him in the spot, not really letting him go anywhere. Breath off of the blast, Radiant Spark to follow, trying to see if he can knock him back, literally not giving this man an opportunity to play the game at all, trying to see if he can blast him out. What is this one-shot cheese he's got going on? What is this combo? Trying to see if he can arcane blast him out, gonna be on how, trying to see, maybe he can go for a big one-shotter, big thunder into Johnny, massive Veil Blast, does go for that all the time to reverse all that damage back, gonna be the full ascendance out of Onhow. Johnny just continued to drill him with missiles behind the pillar. Dude, I love that combo that the Mage went for. It looks like he was trying to make the Curian burst bomb, but it looks like the Ailey Blast is maybe gonna take him down. Looking for that Ice Block at this point. Better be at the ready. If Onhow Blast got himself one more Ailey Blast at the ready, if you got that Maelstrom, you might be in a big trouble. If you have one inside of you, you may be dead. Does get a rune on you. Trying to go for missiles. Gonna get a shot on Arcane. Fire does let him escape. This with a Poly right after. Does get lassoed. That's gonna be a blink out of Johnny. As Onhow just goes in for Frost Check. Does not have the Maelstrom just yet. He will need to get some Maelstrom and clear off any shields off of Johnny Bravo before he goes in for the big blast. Does get himself the temporal. Massive Ellie Blast. Doesn't have an interrupt here. Arcana Sphere by the Mage, looking to knock back on. How does he have the more damage to follow? Just looking for a knockback, and is just gonna dot him up and retreat behind the pillar. Needs to go for some form of recovery. This man is at no help whatsoever, and honestly, next Ellie Blast could be the end of him. As Onhow Blast tried to swing around, immediate Ice Block, doesn't even have fun to find out if the man even has 80 bursts, and Onhow held onto the Ellie Blast. Honestly, if I would have been me in this situation, I would have been spamming Ellie Blast. Not even expecting for the Mage to go for an Ice Block. But that's going to be another duck form into another setup. Johnny going in for CC. It's going to go for a Breath. Radiant Spark to follow. Knocking Onhow Blast back. Got some kind of damage in. Blast to follow. Massive setup. Oh my god, this man got the combo! Oh my god, this Arcane Mage got the lockdown, boys. Holy cow, 10,000 IQ. Jesus, that was so glorious. Oh, honestly, I thought it was good. That game was going to go to the dogs, the Ghost Wolves. That was going to go to the Shaman, the pack leader. But instead, Johnny moving with an Arcana Sphere. What is this? This man is insane. Is this Seavark alter ego? Like the evil alter ego or something? The undead alter ego? Jesus Christ, this man is insane. Got himself some missiles and Lath. Looking to get himself a Stormkeeper. Also got movement while casting. Bro, these casters are moving. These casters are moving. It's the weirdest thing to exclaim in a duel. But these casters are walking. Oh, there goes the Pyroblast. Does he die? So, we got a really cheesy trinket nowadays, boys. Someone yesterday figured out, actually Magic instead specifically. Hey, there's a video about it. Is it rendered? It is rendered. Oh, no, whoa. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait until the duel is over. I don't want to deal with frames like these. I'm hoping that doesn't mess up the recording. Jesus Christ, it looked bad on my screen. Nova onto last per second. Does go for a poly versus the Shaman. Shaman goes for a trinket. Ring of Frost to follow. Lightning Lasso right after. Doesn't get a blink around. It is going to knock him back. Looking for that CC chain. Does he get the big burst? Looking like he wants to go for setup. Wall out of last. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can survive this. That's going to be quite a bit of extra. Oh my god. Touch of the Magic actually doing quite a bit there. That extra bonus damage, the arcane explosions, the arcane reflections and fractions are actually doing a bit of work. Last getting hit with the breath for a second. Johnny looking to retreat behind the pillar for just a moment with a quick barrage right after, as Last looking to get himself a full Stormkeeper Johnny to try to see if he can cycle around him. Stormkeeper at the ready. Last has himself one more lightning bolt at the ready, but doesn't quite go for it. Johnny gonna go for a Catasphere. Man, the fact that you can move this thing is insane. My goodness, that is so weird, but it's so good. Wait, I don't think that used to be a thing too. I think me and Seaver tried to test it before, and you couldn't do that before, but now you can. Polly, while on the move, Johnny got himself another setup. Probably going to be a breath. No, he's actually just going to go for a big knockback on the last. Does go for the lightning last, and this is where Johnny wants to maximize damage. No wall available for last. Does Johnny have any more damage? Such as the Magic does slam on him. And the Mage goes for an invis. Literally, he's just playing them the whole time. He's literally using invis so aggressively there. This man is doing some interesting plays, and I'm just in love with it. Big meteor coming down. That was last meteor by the Shaman. At this point, the Shaman should be getting that new trinket available very, very soon, right? He has to be. Johnny trying to see if he can hit him on the Catasphere. Does he land it? Looks like Glad gets hit by it. It's going to be a Nova on top of it. Let's go for a barrage. Maybe looking to land an interrupt. Going to be big zabs out of Lad. That's going for a wall as he's trying to get himself a Stormkeeper. Johnny building up some damage off of the pet as the Earth Fire Elemental keeps blasting him out of the way. And Lad got himself big lightning at the ready. Johnny got his images in there. And Lath knows exactly which guy to target. Is going to go for a big lava burst setup. Johnny looking for a polymorph. Does land it. As Johnny took a bit of damage. Using the ultra time to reverse all of it. Off of that poly, he's going to go for big meteor onto Lath with a radiant spark. Knocking him back. Does interrupt the stone with the last. A big blast to follow. Lath could be in big trouble. Let's go for a massive heal. Johnny trying to see if he can continue the pressure right now. It's going to be more barrages. Has him in the execute range. Does he go for the interrupt? He has him in breath. Does he have any more damage to follow? Trying to go for as much arcane barrage as possible. The Earth Elemental is going to be there. Lath going for a bit of a knockback. Johnny trying to see if he's swinging around. Lath recovers a ton of health just now. Going to be an interrupt onto the arcane as he's trying to set up a lava burst. This is where Johnny backs up for a second, but he has Lath on the ropes. An extra Catasphere could be deadly. Lath trying to go for recovery. Does get hit for quite a bit of damage. Barrages around the corner. Does try to go for a slow onto Johnny. Bravo. Not a root, just a slow. And Lath looking for a full recovery with healing sword is actually getting quite a lot of healing if he is running the right talent for his setup. Crits on heals do the same thing that crits on damage does, which gives you basically more value. So actually Lath got burst healing and also burst damage at the ready as long as he lands a crit. Lightning Lasso by Lath to follow. Johnny Bravo looking for a bit of a polymorph around the corner. And Lath got himself what looks like a fire elemental, but not really. Why does this look like a fire elemental is out on his bars? I just don't. I don't know. Gonna be Ring of Frost? I think Johnny maybe has himself the big go. That is a pre-wall out of Lath. I doubt pre-wall isn't gonna last long. Eventually it is gonna drop away. Knockback onto the freeze. Somehow did not freeze him. Does he just dodge it with the Z-axis? Meteor slamming down but doesn't quite get it. I am not sure how that freeze did not happen. But for some reason, that freeze didn't do much. It's going to be a bigger Catasphere with a barrage to follow. Lath got himself cast without being interrupted. That's going to be a big touch of the Mage. More missiles fall. Johnny trying to see if he can back up out of there. Big lava burst to follow. Both the Shaman and the Mages blasted each other. And for some reason, I don't even know how Johnny's dead. Wait, did Johnny get hit with a meteor? Fireball? Is that what happened? Hold on. Did he get hit by fireball? The cheesy trinket at the end? He may have. Russo is going to be up next. Mind games together with a mind flay, mind blast, and mind spike. Literally corrupted the man's mind. Blasted out his mind. Big slow into Lath. I don't even know what that slow was. Oh, eruption. Oh, my goodness. Shadow Priest. 150k trinket, yeah, it did. Was it a crit or was it a normal hit biddy? By the way, your combo is insane. I was honestly thinking we're going to win, but it did. I will let you go back and look, but I think, yes, you might. It looks like. I believe you. What is it? I believe your. What's it? I believe your combat log, your death log. But I do want to see if I can maybe, if I render this as a video, go back and see if I can zoom in on that trinket flying in. I am not happy that you guys are running the trinket, to be honest. But I can see why you would do it because somebody else is probably going to do it. So you're just trying to even the field Yeah, I am hoping that they nerf that going forward, because it just feels like it's a PvP trinket or a PvE trinket does more damage than the PvP trinket, and we've all been down the road before. Shadow Fear by Jennifer Lopez as they try to see if we can blast out Russo. Going for a big cannibals, playing destruction. I just realized you're Destro. Going for a lockout onto Russo, trying to go for a bit of a drain. Gonna be a mind spike by Russo, just trying to see if we can build up a bit of damage. Actually, it's so good. He got interrupted on Shadow, but he can still cast mind spikes because the mind spikes are frost shadow damage. Or shadow frost damage. They're shadow and frost put together. That means you actually cannot get totally locked out. You actually have something to cast when you are interrupted. It's actually kind of interesting. Fear onto Jennifer for just a second. Does go for a trick and Shadow Crusher on the corner with the Fear onto Russo. Russo just gonna take damage. That's gonna be Jennifer loading up yet another bolt. That's gonna be big. Disperse out of Russo. Looking for a bit of a reset. Jennifer going for immolations as a Mind Blast is gonna blast her mind. Or Mind Game's gonna blast her mind. Reverses some of the damage and the healing they do, confusing them for just a moment. Jennifer back it out. Dropping into Fear as a Siphon is going to be searing right through him. Going for a couple of cannonballs, trying to stay aggressive. Dark back in order to give him a little bit extra defense. Doesn't have to worry about self-heal. Shadow crashes a Mortal Coil, does slam into the Moon and Shadow Fury. Just got himself a CC chain, and that's going to be a bit of a drain. Russo, does he have the setup? Going to be a quick Fear onto Jennifer as he's looking for a little bit of recovery. Quick Eruption, got himself a bit of damage. Mind Blaster follow. Instant cast doing work. Flame right after. Going to be an interrupt to Russo. Got himself cast, but it's going to be Jennifer locking him out into Fear. And Jennifer looking for that recovery. Does Russo have any more instant cast damage to follow up? Because Jennifer could be in a tight spot until the next dark back. 10 seconds on that thing. And Russo looking for a bit of recovery of his own. The fact that Shadowface got this much healing, by the way, is actually kind of nuts. Mind Games under Jennifer could potentially be tough for him. Does want to get a shield as soon as possible. That's also walled already. It's going to go for a big shield as the DP does slam down on him. Actually feared out, but the fear does not break because of that massive shield. While you have a shield, technically that damage doesn't touch your health, so it can't break you out of fear. Jennifer trying to go for some healing. It's going to be a Mortal Coil, but the Siphon is there to disrupt it at all. Silence onto Jennifer in the last second. Does Russo have enough damage? Big DPs and it's going to be able to take him down. Mind Serum at the end. Gania going to be up next. As a Unholy Death Knight, got himself a big old, what is that axe looking thing? Oh, just a normal like Dragonflight axe. For some reason I thought the thing was made of bone. I was gonna be like, yo, that looks good. It's like a Maldraxian look to it, but no, it's just like metal. Gonna be a full grippy hand. Russo trying to see if he can escape in Mind Games, trying to get aggressive, counter-aggressive rather, as Gania does go for a Lich Board to prevent himself from being feared. Russo trying to go, trying to get a cast off of Mind Games. Almost got it, but Gania, I think maybe he did get it off, but Gania did have a AMS. Retroy. At some point, I'm gonna end up calling you Rextroy. I'm telling you right now, Retroy gonna be up next though. Worst down by one of the Tauren as Retro looking to keep the chase on Gania. Got himself full wings. Big blast. Gonna be a dome down for Gania. Trying to prevent a lot of that magic damage, all that holy power damage, all that holy damage, reducing it while inside of his safety bubble. And Retroy trying to see if he can just end him right there. He got him on the ropes, 40% dampening too, by the way. We actually are getting some longer duels nowadays. Ever since the recent tuning, the duels are lasting more than 5 seconds. Very surprising, actually. Silence onto Retro, but doesn't look like it stops him at all. Shield of Vengeance up in the Radiant. Got himself trapped. Got the Paladin trapped all with all these undeads running through Death and Decay. The Paladin trying to break away from the army from the graveyard. That's going to be a Retro trying to go for a bubble. As Gania does pressure him. Has AMS, may want to use it. Blind, drink it. A better AMS, so there's going to be a lot of holy damage. You got to judgments into this back. Gania needs something, anything AMS right now if you got it. Unless it's a UI visual bug. I think it's a UI visual bug. I think this man would have pressed AMS by now. Retro looking for a bit of recovery. We got Cbus in here as the last one. Cbus, last one over for Team 2, looking to drop down Rextroy. There we go. I called him Rextroy just now. It's Retroy. Retroy. I don't know why I said Retroy. It's like I knew what his name is. I knew I was going to say it wrong at some point. Varric swinging around, double pets, Bishop Wrath at the ready. Looks like he's stuck at that full pet build. Binding shot on Cbus, has a trigger for it. Gonna be a main match of Varric, has a trigger for that one. Cbus looking really, really tough right now in a tight situation. Got himself a renewal really early. I don't know if he's got a bar skin. Definitely a wall for this one stun. I think Varg may just have him here. Those pets are just brutal. Trying to see if he can survive with big Swiftman out of him as he gets some healing over time, rolling in bare for Frenzied. But Varg just ends up hunting him down, man. He tried his very best to live that. Yo, big arcane mage play. Loved it. Shatterpace actually healed for more damage, for more healing than damage they did. That's actually insane. Shatterpace heal more than they do damage. Survivability has improved greatly, didn't it, huh? It's actually insane. Let's get another going, boys. Let me know when the teams are ready. I actually enjoyed these a lot, man. That was insane. Can I just like get this to like, so do I do like slash reload maybe? Let me see if I can do slash reload. I want to see if I can get the, what is it? The frame drop in that's out of the way. See if I can get rid of it real quickly. Graphics. Yeah, it keeps resetting to 0. Do I have to do that every single time? Every single new game? Maybe? I mean, if it's a couple clicks, then I'll do it. Yo, let me know if you're ready for more, boys. I think I'll lock all the fort. No, wait, that's true? I want to see that's true some more. Ruka, you got some burst? You got something, my guy? Hit me with it. I don't got a pet or anything. Good to go? Varg, let me know if you're good to go. Cheap shot? Do you start with a cold blood? Does this man know how to use the, Dark Macabre? Because you can use Dark Macabre to get some over 100k, or close to like 160k guaranteed crit eviscerates with DFA. If you know how to do it right, you can get some fatty damage out of it, boys. As the Destro main is opponent in the class. What would you change with Destro if you could, my guy? What do you think it's lacking, and what do you think it needs in order to become great again? What would bring it back to its outright greatness? Its righteous fury? Because I've heard a couple of friends say that Destro just doesn't feel the same anymore. But like, what do you think is their biggest downfall right now? Like, if you could improve one thing immediately, what would it be? How are we doing with the other group, by the way? Do we have the boys? Looks like, wait, wrong one. Do we have the groups? Var, are we good, or are we looking for more? I think it might be dueling right now. Yeah, Var may be dueling right now, so we're chilling. Oh, man. So, Silver is ready. Var, let me know. I can't see where he's at, unless Var went. I'm looking for a hunter, but he may be on the shaman. I gotta look at these names. Var said he's ready, by the way. Is it? Okay, I mean, I'll go. Johnny, dude, Johnny, hit me with it. Hit me with a big go. You're ready? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, hit me with that combo, Johnny. Dude, I love it. I love the fact that Johnny got a combo. Look at that. Big blast, fire breath, spark. That is so annoying, but I get it. Whoa. What was that? So Arcane Blast hit me for 50k. What hit me the most? What was it, Meteor? What did Meteor hit me for? Meteor hit me for 45k. Arcane Blast hit me for 50k. If all of these crit, this man will be hitting for 100ks. This man is insane. I love that. Okay, we'll get you guys in here. I'm gonna trust that you are ready. Yeah, I don't like how Arcane Sphere could go through walls. Well, it does that on live too. So it doesn't have like a newer interaction or anything. But I don't know. I feel like it's an ability you gotta channel for a while. So imagine if you just couldn't. I guess, I don't know. It's an ability you have to commit to. Normally you have to stand still in order to get it off. So I think that's how they justify it. Only now can you like move with it. That you couldn't do that in the last build. It's a real long cast time. Yeah, anything can interrupt it. If you end up interrupting Arcane Sphere, plus it has a bit of travel time. Like it doesn't like instantly blast. It has like a little bit of like a moving slow purple ball. You can. I feel like it's one of those things you can juke around and get around though. Yeah, but you can do you can use it early. Yes, you can. But the longer you hold it, the stronger it gets. So like, if you use it early, it just becomes like a knockback that just tickles. But if you use it later, that's where a lot of the power comes from. So you want to channel it for a while. But when you channel and come in for such a big ability and not having to go through wall, like imagine if you just hit a wall and nothing, it would have been impossible to use in my opinion. So I got a faction change 2 days ago, but my character still not changed any ideas. Alessandro, I would put in a ticket. Maybe see if somebody over at Blizz can help you out. Honestly, Wilfred Capstone used to be a split, so you can use that and the other one. Multiple Infernal Talent, no idea. I don't know. I feel like for Destro, maybe like you could empower Infernal with both abilities instead of just one. Or just tuning. One of those two. I could see them tune it as well. Okay, it's still doing this thing. Alright, I'll just need to figure it out later. Alright, switch. We got ourselves a last sham over for the team 2. First up versus a Log, gonna be first in as a demonology. Lath already blasting him out. Lightning bolts, lava burst, feeding him the meatballs, big ball of fire. But the man just survives the destruction. I feel like a warlock is the only class that can survive this much burst and that she's in your PvP quote unquote trinket. And it's just a warlock who just press. I guess he did press wall too. To be fair, he did also press wall. Gonna be last trip, trying to see if we can blast him out. Big frost strikes to follow, so commanding the elements to see if those gonna assist him to find out. Log does drop in a big tyrant, but looks like that thing did not last long at all. Trying to go for him. A couple of drains. Look at the siphon life. Big demon dog is charging out last. Might be in a bit of danger. It's gonna go for a bunch of lava bursts to follow. Frost strike, earth strikes. Definitely should go for as much stuff as possible. The axe toss may just end them right there. Does he have demon dogs? Oh, blasting him out. My goodness. Warlocks right now are actually kind of nutty. They're actually kind of sick. Gotta be Seabus up next with bleeds. Rake, rip, everything locked down onto lock. The man is going to have to play some defenses, go for a little bit of CC. Definitely get some fear spams to the C-Bus. That's going to be a second Felguard summoned in. Mortal Call to follow. Maybe another Axos right after. Got himself a Obelisk too. So that's going to empower all these pets as well as his cast second stun onto C-Bus. Log goes in for a Warlock's Telstone with the Soul Burn to get himself a full top off 100 to 0 or 0 to 100 recovery. Try to go for a fear, but C-Bus is there with the Skull Bash at the ready. There's going to be a wall out of C-Bus. Kind of rotating his defenses. I don't know how where Barskin is, how that's doing. Is that on cooldown? Most likely. Seabus going to go for a regrowth or two. Looking for that recovery behind the pillar. As a Lock, keeping himself out in the open, wants to bait the feral out there. It's going to be Demon Dogs versus a cat. How wins this fight? Lucy, the dogs win. Dogs versus cats. Which one of those wins? Log going in for a Mortal Coil as Gana goes in for a big grip. Does get a tired up and running. AMS is going to keep the Death Knight protected. Silence of the Lock, limiting what he can do. How do you wait? Hold on, you got silenced. But you can still cast that Shadow Burn frontal. Big burst of the Gana. What is going on? This man's just getting bit up by these dogs. Massive big jaws bite, reflect up for Lock with a dark pack. Gonna be tricking for Gana as it tried to keep the pressure well into Lock as he tried to overcome the Warlock with the offensives. Lock just sees another set of Demon Doggers. I think he might just win this fear onto the Death Knight. Does have a Lich Burn. That's gonna be more pets up and running. Does the Warlock take him out or does the Death Knight do it? Oh, it does get a Death Call at the end. Gana barely surviving it. That was a ton of damage. It looks like Varg is just going to set his base bets and death strikes are at the ready for Gana. So he can at least look out for his own health bar. Varg swinging around the corner. He just needs a couple more kill commands and Gana goes down. There's just, I don't even know there's a way that can really recover this. I think Varg is just trying to see if he can take him down without really committing a lot of cooldowns. Gana trying to fight through the damage, but it's just, yeah, you just, at this point, there's not much of death they can do against all that physical damage. And we got... Ao? I don't even know what I'm gonna call you, man. Ao, I guess, yeah? Ao? You have a nickname you want to use? Like a nickname you like? Otherwise I call you Ao. But if it sound like I'm just being like, hey, Ao, what's going on here? Wait, actually, what is going on here? Big combo by Ao. Does Varg go for feign death? That's a lot of doubts on him. Acceleration? Not even acceleration. What'd you even use to heal yourself? Or like House, most likely. Varg got a lot of dots on him. Ao just gotta back it up out of there. Go for a drain life on these pets. Varg does go for feign death for a second, removing. He's gonna port it out. He's literally gonna port it out of there. Hey, I don't see a lot of people use that PvP talent to port people out of the way. Gonna be a wall for Ao. Got himself free casting, no way to interrupt it. Varg may be in a bit of trouble until he got himself another feign death. All the dots are rotting him down. Does Ao have a way to rampage those dots? If he has a way to rampage those dots, get him to check out faster. And he's going to be in a much more down position. Varg taking big hits. I don't even know what just hit you. Was that a Battle Master chicken falling off or what? Even the crowd was like, whoa. Even the crowd was kind of terrified about what just happened. They were like, wait, whoa. Wait, what is this damage? Unless he just says, was that a cheesy chicken tomb? Going to be UA. Another set of dots didn't set up until Varg. Varg is going to be kind of limited with what he can do. And you're just kind of letting those dots work, keeping those pets away, has those pets to drain, and it's going to be able to rampage those dots, letting it be a little bit more effective reflective for Ao. I don't really know what Varg can do against the reflect. I don't think there's even much you could do. Stun onto the Warlock, locking him down. Big kill commands back to back. VAR got himself some burst. Does AO survive it? Massive Warlock Hellstone as VAR goes in for a reset, but it's going to be not a lot of health left on the man. He's just chicken down. AO trying to go for a bit of recovery from these pets. Has the pets life forces to siphon from. VAR is on a limited borrow time. This man has all the dots in the world. He has to have a go. It's going to be Darkback. Can it survive until the Darkback and then take him down? Needs to interrupt these drain lights as soon as possible. Turtle shot, but he's still got dots on him. Binding shot on the floor, but AO not going to be running into it. Varg, unless he got himself a feign death. Looks like AO did run into the binding shot. Tried to back out at the last second. Varg, does he have a feign death? He needs it right now. Does get a feign death? Not a lot of health left. AO just needs to get just enough dots on him. I think it's over. Varg trying to do the best he could. Trying to get a heal at the end, but AO is able to ride these boys down with Russo. Going to be up next. Stuns him with a reflect as AO is able to freely cast on him. Is going to be the silence as Russo trying to see if he can potentially make up for his mistake there, stunning himself. AO slows him out in the open. Siphon is going to be on AO. Can't really do much against the Siphon. It's going to be porting as the Mind Games comes out them. Russo on the chase. AO retreated completely. Is going to get a shot if you're around the corner. Once he gets some dots on Russo, if possible. Does not play Soul Swap. So I imagine, or does he? Actually, I don't know if he does play Soul Swap. Looks like Russo was able to be moved around by the port. What is that ability, chat? What is that PvP sound that lets Warlocks kind of teleport enemies onto their gateway location? What is the name of it? Gonna be big drain onto Russo. Took a lot of burst damage, thrown into AO. It's gonna be an interrupt with a Fell Hunter, and that's gonna be a Mind Spike immediately as soon as he's locked out. He's gonna shift out into that spike. Russo most likely has a fear at the ready for AO. He's gonna have a silence. Siphon has pets full pets coming out. Shadow Rift? I think it might be right. I think it is Shadow Rift. I guess that makes sense. Reflect onto Russo with a Mind Games, though does have a fear, but that's going to be AO trickets out of it. Russo's under a ton of pressure. He can't even go for that much self-healing. He has to go for Disperse in order to deal with the damage, the pressure, as well as the Mind Games that's on him. Just has to reduce the damage, take the L, use the defensive here, because it's going to be rotting damage. You don't necessarily have a cooldown that you're looking from AO to counteract. You just kind of need to rotate your defenses in order to, like, okay, I need a big heal, need a big recovery. I have to pop a big cooldown because I'm just rotting down anyway. And AO just got so much damage for the guy. Mortical rotted out completely. Gonna be the Dark Rift. I think maybe just to disrupt him. He just threw in the Dark Rift. Maybe Dark Rift, maybe one of the effects of Dark Rift is the fact that it kind of disrupts casting, for all we know. Stone onto the Warlock. Russo got Siphon with a Mind Games to follow. Gonna be a quick interrupt by that pet. Is gonna go for some casting. AO playing the Shadow Bolt Instacast build. So he's not playing the same Drain build as we've seen from God, I'm really bad with names. But it was yesterday, one of the Affliction Warlocks yesterday played a Drain, like Soul Drain build in order to go for big drains. Big reflect by AO. Got himself nice reflex. Wait, Russo could be in bigger trouble. Does have a little bit of self-healing. Warlock Hellstone with a Vampiric Embrace. Got himself the PI. Looking to get counter-aggressive in order to heal himself. Mind Spikes, flashing heals. Dex interrupt could be deadly. Russo got no health at all. Got himself Power Life Barrier though. Or Shadow Power Life in order to give himself a bit of a float with emergency healing. Dampening those slowly ramps up into the 20%. Russo, does he have any counter play here? Gonna be a stun to AO. As he got the Dark Pack. Russo trying to get counter-aggressive. Does continue to heal himself though. The Power Word Life, I think, is what's healing him right now. Every time he presses it, as long as he's low on health, he can crit, and if it crits, it does a ton of healing. It's like 400% more effective when Russo's low on health, but a Drain is gonna put him back down into the danger zone. Got us on the heals. That's the only thing that's keeping him alive. Dark Rift to try to reposition him. AO just needs a little bit more damage. Good use the reflect in order to get a Mind Games back into Russo, because if he can do that, Russo's gonna be under pressure. Does have a Disperse. A reflected it back. Dark Ascension. Russo, does he get for Disperse? He has to, otherwise this man is dead. Oh my god, he's barely alive. Barely alive in this. As AO got slows with that Shadow Burn on him. Is that Shadow Burn, right, chat? It's gotta be Shadow Burn. Malefic Rapture, Mortical. Does he have enough damage? Russo got nothing left. Trying to see if he can finish him. Russo's Affliction Warlock. Just watch it. Oh my god, hey, just watch it. Russo barely lives. How are you alive? How are you alive still? You've been teetering on the edge of death for so long, but you're not willing to give up. Look at that sustain of a Shadow Priest, man. The powers of the void competing against the shadow corruption magic of a warlock, as Russo does not have has a will and the resolve to not give up immediately. He's fighting to the end. But eventually the corruption does claim him. AO just outlasts these guys. Battle of attrition. I think so far he's had 2 kills. Johnny Bravo gonna be up next. Got himself the cheesiest wombo combo. Ayo can prevent it. He's trying to see if he can put his pet out in the open. Johnny trying to go for a Ring of Frost under the pet. Polly, wait, biggest brain ever. Maybe? Oh, it does get interrupted. Oh no, maybe, wait. He may still have enough time. Knocks him in, freeze. He won't have the perfect combo, but no more interrupts to deal with. It's gonna blast out the pet instead. Wait, you're actually blasting out the pet? Looks like you are blasting out the pet. Aaron trying to go for a reflect. Maybe that's what exactly Johnny was trying to do. That's going to be touching the magic. Trying to see if he can break through the defenses of Ayo. Still more missiles flying in. Johnny is not enough completely. Took quite a bit of damage. It's going to have the ult of time. Ayo with a massive shield. Trying to see if he can chase up to Johnny. That was actually interesting. So Johnny, instead of blasting out Ayo, he decided to commit his burst into the pet, knowing that Ayo is going to go for the reflect. She's like, you know what? I might as well just take a pet out. Did he do it? No, the pet is still out in the game. I was thinking the pet maybe would die. Maybe Ayo did resummon a new pet. Another Ring of Frost on both of them. Does Johnny have the burst? Does he have the damage? Needs to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Looks like he has to deal with the corruptions, the afflictions. Is going to go for an abyss. Trying to get out of combat. Maybe get some food. Needs to be on the ball with the curses. Every single time. Oh no! Johnny trying to see if he can get around the corner with Ayo, get himself the sphere, but the pet is literally waiting for Johnny around the corner. Meteor coming down, no ways to stop it. Massive damage, reflected it back though. Does Ayo survive this? I think it's still curing on him though. Ayo got himself the dark back. He's just a tank. Literally, as soon as the dark back comes on, this man is a tank. Haunt onto Johnny. Johnny does have an ice block all the time. Try to give Johnny a little bit of survivability. Back it up out of there for a second. Temporal to follow. Big gateway for Ayo. I think maybe instant cast set it up. Potentially. And Johnny is just under a ton of pressure. Melting to the corruptions of this warlock. Ayo, try to see maybe if he could summon another pet. I don't know if he was able to. Wait. Did you sacrifice the pet? Because you got an interrupt. I think that was an interrupt. I think he sacrificed the pet. So may want to look at maybe summoning a new one. Huh, interesting. Johnny, that means Johnny can have a go. He has no pet. That means Johnny can just control him and there's nothing he can do about it because he got a weird combo. Knock back. Does he get frozen? He does. Johnny, you could actually have him here. Big defenses up for Ayo right now. Reflector follow. Johnny reflected damage back to himself. That is going to be all the time to put him back in a good spot. Missiles. Does he have the damage? Just trying to see if he can make a play. Haunt to follow. Ayo looking to stun him down. Going to be a bit of a temporal, but Johnny does go down to the dots. With Retro going to be up next. Looking to take down Ayo out of the game. Does get a wall with a UA. Into a blind. There's nothing he can do about it. Actually, he got a trinket, right? Trinkets. Big heal. I don't even know what healed yet. Board. Trying to reposition versus Retro. That's going to be also the Darklet joined him, but I think it's over. Oh my god. This Affliction Warlock is nuts. Oh my goodness. That's the corruptions, the diseases, the afflictions. My goodness. I really thought a special affliction. You know what they also are? Extremely tanky. I wonder if Blizzard is going to be like okay with them being this tanky, or they're going to nerf it down a little. Because you do have more passives that make it tanky. Don't get me wrong, I always thought of Warlocks as like a tanky caster. Always thought they were like the tanky of the casters. And it just feels fitting to me, but I do wonder how they're going to tune it. Okay, on how just ends it. From a long game with an Affliction Warlock to on how eliminate a paladin in 2 seconds. That's the kind of... Also, the healing you have, 5.7 million healing as a warlock. I mean, I guess some of it is self-heal, then there's Darkback, and there's some of the healing split between the pet, and maybe some healing from Soul Leech, but Jesus Christ, it's so strong. Let's go again, boys, if y'all ready. I want to go again, man. This is actually so fun. These duels are insanely fun, boys. Although I hate how he does this thing. The camera. Oh, we actually have a description of the pre-patch event. Let's go. 2 more needed. Hey, if y'all want to join in for some groups over in the LG, boys, Raids Legacy. If you open up the group and you open up Raids Legacy, it will be good to go. So Varg is ready. Looks like Lath needs a couple of boys. If you guys want to join, and be more than welcome to. What do we have on here? Abe. Oh, Abe is testing out against a new event. I wish Abe got beta, man. That would have been awesome. John or Johan. Doesn't Johan have a tomb? Whether it's on the Mecca the Warrior. Stormwind City? Yo, you should come here, man. You know what? Yo, Warthrough, join us sometimes for duels, man. I miss you, guy. You know, UI-wise? If your role profession doesn't work? Yeah, I don't think they set up the UI for all professions at all. I hate Ascendance visuals. You don't like it? I think they're generally pretty good. Wait, Silver, are you ready? Or is that an old message? I just don't remember. You don't like the model? Or do you don't like the lightning effect that happens when you pop Ascendance? Because I think the models, I mean, they're from Cataclysm, but they're unique. I don't think there's a lot of models that have the same animation of it. I could if I had the beta. Oh no, it's all good, boys. It's all good. I would have loved to have you guys in here. Can we do PTR full level 80s with the gear, must level them? Can we PTR get full 80 levels with gear or must level them? On PTR you can't make a templated characters, which if that's what you're asking, on PTR you have to have a proper, like a character on live to copy over. If you do make a PTR character and they're not max level, you have to level them. Now we're ready? Okay, cool. I'll get you guys in here again. Let me save this real quick. What I may do, chat, is I may do this. Okay, that's not what I meant. Okay, what if I do this? It's so buggy. It's so broken. Wait, if I just adjust it like this, I guess I'll fix it. Maybe that's what I do every game. Yeah, so it does some buggy weird thing whenever we get into spectator that the cap on FPS gets a little bit haywire. I keep a cap because I am running a 144Hz monitor and that can really drive the graphics card to work harder than it needs to, and that drives up the memory, and that doesn't really interact well with OBS, and I just wanted to minimize the amount of stutters I get out of it. It's nothing big visually, like a lot of you guys don't really complain about it in the actual footage on like videos. Kedem? Is that Kedem? We know Kedem. Does Kedem want to join sometime? One more for 5v5. Oh, we're looking for one more. Sorry, I was waiting for too long. I'm sorry. I'll get you guys in here in just a minute. I was waiting for too long and you guys lost a guy. I was trying to figure out like the graphic stuff. Testing out Shadow Priest, I love it. Yeah, I'm glad you do, man. I think they've done a pretty good job with it. Literally just a relog. Okay. I'm just gonna get blasted out by a guy. We'll see what kind of damage he's got. Warrior, Ops. Yo, we need Bonebreaker back on here. This man gotta see what Bonebreaker can do. This man is trying too. He's trying to like have a real duel. I think he was. Hey, you got a pet. I don't really have like a proper setup here. Stun me. Let it click on all my abilities. Pet, get in there. Why did my pet run away, by the way? Did he fear them? I was expecting like big bursts of those guys, but maybe he's got like some kind of sustained build. I don't know. And you be broadcasting and able to see him? I don't know about that. Would I love to do it? Yes. I don't know Blizzard, if anybody at Blizzard even knows who I am. I would love to. I think it'd be awesome. But I don't know. Like, I guess it's one thing to consider. Like, hey, I think I don't know if I have the chops for it, right? Because I do a lot of this, the 5v5 duels, and they're very, very casual. I've never really done anything like. What is this guy doing? What is it? What is he doing? He's like fighting my pets. I was thinking the whole time like he's gonna end me, but it's like instead he just started attacking my pets instead. I was thinking he was trying to burst me down because I don't really have like a character set up or anything. I literally gotta click on my abilities. Alright, let's get you guys in here. Before VAR loses another guy. I am being a little slow, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm being a little slow. I'll get you guys in here for another one. I get a huge lag spikes out here. Yeah, I think inside of like actual instances, everything works fine. Like sometimes outside in Orgrimmar, depending on how many people are on, there's definitely some lag spikes. And the Fear Warrior buff significant. The Fear Warriors in fact can actually do quite a bit of damage. The buffs have gotten are, it's a lot of smaller buffs, but I think together they'll end up making, it's a little bit of like tuning upwards. I'm not really trying to like buff them per se, but it's like a slight tune up, just to get them over the hump. I don't know how far Fear Warriors are behind them. I've seen different performance numbers. Like I've seen some people absolutely blast out with Fury, and other players feels like they're kind of like tickling with Fury. So I'm not really sure, to be honest, my guy. I have no idea. Because since no, it's hard. Normally this is where I would go to like a like another class Discord or something to see what they say about it. But a lot of these numbers are not final, so it's like you know, it's really difficult to determine exactly how significant they are, because what do we compare it against? The last build? Maybe some classes were overtuned in the last build, you know what I mean? And then it becomes like a lot harder to like compare against each other. Which I think this should be significant enough, but not like crazy. VAR gonna be first up over the team 1. Team 1 only has 4 people though. They got themselves Russo, Johnny, and Leroy. But Leroy is like a one-man army. Leroy is literally 5 people in one, so I think he's gonna be okay. On how Blast is looking to live up to his name and blast the hunter away. Does he have the big combo? The big synergy? VAR trying to see if he can swing around the corner. Repositioning versus On How, trying to stay ahead of him as best as he can. Big blast, massive burst. Oh! And On How outplayed. Obviously outplayed. I'm sorry, VAR. Oh, he just did you dirty. That was, there's no, how do you outplay it? Unless you know, unless you just predict. Unless you just predict and pre-turtle at the right time. And, oh my god. Obviously, a skill issue. Dark Moon abuse. It is a Dark Moon card abuse. I'm not going to disagree. That is exactly what it is. Johnny, trying to see if he can blast out Big Brother On How. Looking for a combo of his own. Trinkets. Oh, Johnny might be in a perfect spot right now. Big, oh, okay. Johnny could also one-shot, but he's not doing Dark Moon abuse. What is this arena? I'm losing my mind in here. But Johnny does end up one-banging the guy out of here. Oh my god, he did the thing. Oh my god, he did the thing. He didn't press the button. Johnny apparently also pressed a button. Actually, quite a lot of them. 103k arcane blast. Yeah, we were looking at Johnny's burst earlier. He can do 50k arcane blast easily. So if any of them crit, like it's a third of your health gone. Big missiles by Johnny. Try to set up some. Oh, big bite by Seabus. I don't even know if Johnny expected that bite. I think the man was looking to south. He was like, I think I'm okay. And then Seabus just took a huge bite out of him. What is this arena? What is this? Yo, this is Bursty. Leroy gonna be up next. Oh my goodness. And now we're sending out the Burst King as Leroy has himself a wombo combo. Feral leaping right behind him. Somehow Seabus doesn't get a stun onto Johnny. Stunned by Leroy. No trinket available for Feral. You gotta be big soul break. Literally looking to break his soul bash out of that one with a hunter chase after him. Trinkets out of it as Leroy trying not to get hit by CC for too long. Seabus with the wall thorns trying to tank this damage up as much as possible, even with a Barskin. Everything is used. The pet explodes next to the feral druid, looking for an escape, but it's going to be Chaos Strikes back to back, bringing the chaos back into the arena. Gus is going to be up next. Seeing if he can blast out Leroy. But maybe Leroy will be able to get some damage of his own. Dark bag by Gus really early. Leroy kind of hanging behind the pillar. Leroy likes to go for that hit and one strat. He got cooldowns. He's going to run in there. He doesn't have a lot of cooldowns. He's going to back up a little. Maybe get some CC versus Gus. Fear to follow. Might have himself the biggest burst, however. Leroy is dotted up though. So Gus, if you can just put dots on Leroy and then avoid him, he'll be in a great spot. Immediate wall with a fear. Trying to get a fear onto Leroy. Just trying to cut him out in the opposite direction. Gus setting up those dots yet again. Leroy leaping in with a big metamorphosis. Going for a eventual retreat to catch up to Gus. Interrupts him in shadow. Gus going in for a big heal. Soul Rod to follow. Does he have all the dots in the world? Definitely needs to get a fear onto Leroy. Send him as far away as he can. And it's gonna basically literally send him out into the, send him to the farm with all those dots. Try to keep a UA rolling with the hunt, potentially gonna be an interrupt. Gus rampages all of his dots. It's gonna take a gateway out of it, and as long as Leroy doesn't have a target, there's not much you can really do. It's gonna be Darklight that he's gonna start attacking. Dark, big drain from around the corner as Gus may potentially get himself a big proc. Leroy got him shield. I'm not even sure where the shield is from actually. Wait, what can you just give you a shield? I don't even know. Is it a talent? A trinket? Weapon enchant? I'm not even sure. Gonna be Ivan for Leroy activated Metamorphosis. Just Ivan just for Metamorphosis' sake. With a big hunt versus Gus. It's gonna be a pet in power too. Could go for a ton of healing. Fear to follow does not have an interrupt for it. And Gus, can this man somehow survive it? Leroy has his fear broken by the demon every single time he auto attacks him. Bored by the warlock, needs to find a way to put all the dots on Leroy and keep him as far away as he can. But Leroy recovered all that health. It's gonna be much tougher. Trinket into an interrupt as Gussie trying to go for a bit of a heal. Fear to follow. Can he keep Leroy at bay? That's all he needs to do is find a way to keep him away from him so he doesn't just get to steal health from you. Every single chaos strike, every single auto attack, all that leash just gives you so much value. Someone's up yet another demon you can just slay in order to be able to take you out. And you get a lot of healing. Lath is going to be up next. Lath Shammy with a wall up immediately as Leroy just shatters him. Fire Elemental joining in. This is where Lath needs to make the biggest play happen. Biggest burst into Leroy. Trying to get some... A meteor literally hits into the sky and crashes. I think trying to aim for Leroy, but doesn't quite connect. Leroy back it up. He's just waiting for cooldowns. This is why I think Lath needs to push in. Since Leroy is going to be very, very CD heavy, Lath needs to push in, get a knockback whenever Leroy pops in for big burst. He needs to find a way to interrupt the hunt if he can, like get the hunt to start going, and then interrupt it midway, mid-flight. This is the only way he can really stop a lot of that self-healing and burst. Leroy, they use eventual retreat to make him immune from CC, knocking back Leroy on the I-beam, which is perfect. Leroy lands an interrupt onto the Stormkeeper until Lath getting blasted out by Big Mount. Oh, just bodied him. There's so much going on at once. All that crit puts so much pressure on you, so much stress. So much you can do. Ketem gonna be up next as I think as a Beastmaster Hunter. Got some double pets. I like that vanilla-esque looking Orc Mog, by the way. I'm liking it. Full immunity by Leroy as he gets hit by a skill trap. He's gonna use that in order to try to survive the CC chain by Ketem. Ketem got the pets back in there. Leroy looking to re-engage with Ketem. Full stun to follow with a fear right after. Maybe we're gonna have biggest damage out of this fear. Tricked by Ketem. Leroy getting hit with a stun. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Could be potentially a kill shot. Does Ketem actually take him out? Leroy no help whatsoever. Pulling the pets back, not giving Leroy any kind of CC capability or not any kind of self-survivability. Battle Master Stricken. Leroy borrowed some health. But he can kill Commander over and over. He may just die to the pets, trying to take him out, but the pets do get him. Oh my god, Ketem does bring it back for a second. Jesus Christ. Rusa gonna be up next. 6 minutes in the duel, 10% dampener. And Rusa going for a Void Torrent, all these pets? Void Torrent, huh? That's an ability I haven't seen in a while. Interrupt on the shadow. Ketem has to be very, very careful with those priest dots. Once he sees a full CC chain by a priest, he may be in a bit of trouble. Going for the aggressive scatters with roots, keeping the pets on Russo, but looking to back up out of there as fast as possible. Syphian going to go for feign death immediately. This is a perfect opportunity for Russo to get some dots, but he's under a ton of pressure. These pets with the death chakra together are really ramping up pressure on the guy. Hoping to go for a fear on the pets as well as the hunter. The hunter's getting blasted out by Syphian. Russo got himself not a lot of health really left. He needs to go for self-healing as fast as possible. Ketem does eat a mind games for a second. Horror bolts are coming down. Does he get with one of them? Gonna be a full barrage mortar, but Ketem dodges all of it. Although the dots are really ramping up. Got himself acceleration, 15% dampening right now. Russo with a Void Torrent. Ketem may be in trouble. I think it's possibly over. Battle Master Trick in the last second. How are you still alive, by the way? Russo chasing after him. Ketem is limited on how much health he can really give himself. May need to go for a turtle show really early. Needs to get some sort of CC onto Russo. Try to go for a full camo. Cannot do it. The pets are dotted up. Russo eating a freezing trap off of a scatter. Ketem loses out on the borrowed health. My goodness. Even the Sunter stood up for a second. Even the Sunter like, wait, something's happening. Something's exciting about to happen. Look at them sitting down back there. As soon as somebody gets slow, they stand up like, oh, let's go. Russo looks like actually got CC completely. Stunts Ketem as the man is trying to find an escape. Trying to come back up so soon. Does Ketem have a feign death? If this man's got a feign death, he may be okay. Full chimeric poison is going to rotate into Russo, slowing him down, silence him. As well as reducing the amount of damage and healing he can do. Russo just sitting down for some food, I think. I think he realizes that he can't really catch up with Ketem. He can't realistically catch him because Shadow Priests have a limited amount of mobility. The man, he can survive a hunter. He can survive for a little bit longer, but the amount of mobility he's got is gonna be his limit. He had big CC chains. Gonna be, I think, a feign death by Ketem. No, a silence interrupt by Ketem. Russo taking a bit of damage from the death chakra with all those pets. Gonna die behind the pillar. Ketem has recovered quite a bit of health so far. He's been able to let the leech pets heal him. As he heals the pets that provide some healing back to him. Stun to Russo. Goes in for disperse. Does not want to deal with it. Looking to close the gap with Ketem. Does Ketem escape though? Fear to follow on him as well. The pet's gonna be a immediate scatter shot. And Ketem finds himself yet another pillar to hide behind. As a charge trap, skill trap is going to be on him. Both of them root nowadays. Chimerica to Russo as he tried to get us set up. That's super unfortunate. That's going to Siphon though to get him, reducing the amount of healing he's got, as well as the his movement speed. Russo's still in a lot of trouble. The PI at the ready. Void Torrent. Kedum's going to take a lot of damage from the Torrent. Is going to equalize the health of both of them. Russo has a lot of survivability. Trying to go for Mind Gives around the corner. Does land it. Just shocked him. Is going to end up healing him quite a bit though. Unless Kedum goes for feign death. Kedum closes the gap. Does he have enough here? Fear on everybody. That's going to be Dark Ascension. The pets, one of them is able to break out of fear. Going to be Horrible. Is going to be able to CC the pets. Kedum goes in for Turtle Shell. Russo got himself a little bit of survivability. Used to make sure you got plenty of CCO on all these pets. Mind Flay Sandwich onto Kedum. Not a lot of health already right now. Trying to go for DPs on the pets as well, just to give him as much survivability as possible. Whoa! And Kedum does get him. I am surprised Kedum got it. Oh my goodness, the Hunter lifted. Illuro with 3, Kedum with 2, Johnny with a 1-shot, and so is Anhao with a 1-bang. Let's go, boys. Let's get another going, yeah? Yo, what's up, Grey? Did you see the 1-shots, dude? That was insane. These 1-shots are nutty. My goodness, chat. I am impressed by both the Shaman, because it's a cheesy thing, but you guys know I like a little bit of cheese in there. Bit of cheese, a bit of crackers. I like the cheese, man. I'm a big fan of cheese. Swiss cheese, in fact, is my favorite. Provolone is not that bad either. Don't care for another 5 minutes? Okay. Never mind, we're ready? Alright, VAR and Silver. Apparently, what is? Can you make it 2? I gotta see how drop on where it is in the field. Yep. Are you gonna surprise me? Are you gonna tell me where you're at? I want to make sure you drop on somebody that's on front of the screen. I want to be able to see it for myself. Just don't drop on me. Don't drop on me. Grab on Holy DK, please. Yeah, I'll be down to. Retail 5.5's 1. Probably when we get pre-patch. Probably at this point when pre-patch comes out, because beta duels have been a lot more fun. Retail, it's fun, sorta. It's nice. I just think like the meta is stale and the talents. I mean, in comparison, like retail. Good attempt. Not enough though. I was really close. Drop war. I like that. I like that. Well done. I am surprised it didn't kill me. Is it like not as good on the beta as it is on live, or do you just have more health than a bear druid? Maybe the bear druid does have more health though. Alrighty, let's get you guys in here. Lock it, hands with BRB. Alright, VAR, let me know when you're ready. We'll get you guys in here. None of my spells are working. That's all good, Worthos. It happens. Alright, Johnny. Give me that big go. Yep, give me that big go, man. Show me that 1-shotter. Oh, I hope you get crit. Ah! Okay, that works out. What? Johnny, did you mess up? I think Johnny messed up. It's okay. Stuff like this happens. The big Arcane Blast, though. And Barrage. Oh! This actually gives you, like, Echo. Oh, good, you get my guy. Yeah, try relocking and reloading. Yeah, that could work. You want to use Ravager on my Dragon Roar? Wait, do you use any other abilities on Bear Form? Like, do you get people low and then try to finish them? Or do you just, like, drop in and then one-shot them? I never, because I knew you did the bear drop stuff on live, but yeah. I didn't know if you did them, like, often. Jack Theater Skeleton? Yeah. Yeah, it looks awesome. The Jack Theater Skeletons really do look cool. VAR, you ready? Once you give me a thumbs up, man, we're good to go. Oh, it froze me. It's perfect. Meteor, big blaster. Woo! Look at that, boys. Is that a crit? Meteor didn't crit. One of the Arcane Blasts, I think, didn't crit. Oh, Arcanosphere crit. Hey, hell yeah. I like that. Yeah, I think you got yourself a really solid build, man. I really like your build, Johnny. I'm liking it. Gussie, give me that big one, Gussie. Give me that big 1-bang, dude. Burst me. Hit me as hard as you can. Dots those dots. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with it now for the dots. So you're going for like a full rotten dot build, yeah? Look at that. I mean, the dot damage is really good. The fact that it's like passive, a lot of it is passive. It's gotta be great in arena. The boost did do a 232. Can it crit? Is that what happened? Okay, I'm gonna guess that you guys are ready, and I'm gonna try to queue. See. Oh, you need one more. Okay, let me know when you're ready. Looking for Onomas, boys. Have 2 bursts. Okay, hit me with it. Go for it. Flame Shock. Got yourself big Ascendance. So I guess you do have Ascendance burst, right? Good to go. All right, Silver's ready. We just need to make sure VAR is good to go, boys. If y'all want to join, if you guys are in the beta, we have a group, I think, over in the Raids Legacy. Is that or... No, you watch. Okay. I'll watch. Let me know if you got a group, VAR. VAR has been like local recruiting people. I want to open up the groups for any alliance that want to join us. Wait, what is this meteor? What is this? Oh, what is that? You hit me for 2 million. Huh? Or not 2 million. I win button MK10. It's an I win button MK10. What? I mean, pressing the button and calling an airstrike and does aggregation, dealing fire damage to all enemies in the strike. Only usable outdoors. And it did enough damage to blast my health out. Yeah, I mean, that will do it. That will do it. Jesus. 24-hour cooldown? Oh my god, that's nutty. Okay, VAR's ready, and you boys are all ready. Awesome. Let me get you guys in here. Silver Hawk and VAR gun. Here we go. Alrighty, boys, let's get you guys back in here. I was dropping using boots as our explosion from the deck ability, which makes it a one-shot. Oh, okay. Yeah, wait, so you like drop in and you press the wait, what do you press? What Azure do you use? I'm actually kind of interested now. Okay, chat, is it gonna be... I don't know why yesterday it wasn't doing this whole like lagging, stuttering thing, but let me just save the video real quick and I'll stop the stuttering in just a moment. It's every time I like unclick from the screen. But I kind of need to unclick from the screen sometimes in order to get like, I don't know, different music on here. Yeah. The one has their ability to 7% of HP is damage. Really? Okay, that's kind of nutty. Imagine that with my boots. Imagine it. How's survival after the updates? Survival is kind of okay. It's not really bursty, it's more sustainy. So Twitch. At least it was okay for PvE. We got Gussie over for the team 1. We got a Saskatchewan as a Beast Mastery Hunter. I'm liking the Mog, man. Look at that down-to-earth, like vanilla hunter with a boar and a scorpion. He's literally made of Duertar. I'm loving it. We got Kian as a subtlety rogue. I think it's a while since we see a sub-rogue in here. Last on the team. And on how Blast charging out versus Leroy. Is it gonna one-bang Leroy? Trying to go for Big Sky Fury. Leroy making sure to take down the totem. On how got all the pets up. That's gonna be a big blast to Leroy. Does he have the damage to follow up? Knock it back for a second as Leroy got himself a full demon. Gonna be a big ascendance with a hunt to follow. On how Blast needs to fight a witch to survive here. Gonna be a stud. Trinket to follow. On how he's under ton of pressure. Oh, and Leroy does ends up counter him completely. Oh my goodness, look at your retreat for the next competitor. We got us a Johnny Bravo on the team too with Russo, C-Buzz, as well as VAR with Leroy. Trying to see if he can potentially get Kian out in the opener. Is going to be able to get him out. Kian looking for a reset into it and prison. Trinkets out of it with a heal. Stun right after. No way out. I think maybe Leroy just has him. Evasion and a cloak as the rogue uses even blind, but that Infernal is going to end up breaking the blind. What is Kian doing? Got himself a vanish, so it's going to be the pet exploding. Kian so far has had to play very, very defensively. Has himself a second vanish in case he needs to, but Kian so far just been found out in the open. Hasn't really been able to go for a proper opener versus Leroy. And Leroy gets him out in the open. Gonna be a retreat. Immuning any CC for a second. Kian needs to land a stun on the guy at some point or another. Trying to get some eviscerate smoke bomb to create some separation between the two. Leroy just charges in into a disarm as the demon spawns in. Kian so far has had himself a very, very rough opener. Can the rogue make a comeback though? Stun with the soul break. Hopefully that didn't miss. It looked like it may have. Stun into a blade dance. Cheat death by Kian. Has himself a vanish. May want to use it. There's a cheat death. Get a shot onto Leroy. Does he have enough damage to maybe turn around? Does he have a purple go? Trying to get some eviscerates back to back with a vanish by the rogue. At least he got himself another tools of escape. So he does get to fight another day. Cheat death has been used, has himself a charge of Shadow Dance, but does he have enough damage? Gonna be Leroy finding him out very early on within a prison. Fear to follow, no way out for the rogue. And Leroy with a big hunt with his son right after, not even giving Kian a chance to play the game. And I think it's gonna be over. Kian does go down. Looks like rogues get countered by demon hunters quite easily, boys. Sad days for the rogue, for the rogue boys. Ken, I'm gonna be up next. Charging out, sending the pets in versus Leroy as the Leroy spawns some pets of his own. Got himself those unholy minions from the twisting nether. Can him back it up out of there. Just gotta go for a mount up. Wants to make sure there's plenty of distance between him and Leroy. Got himself the mobility, maximizing that range. And Leroy slowed down completely. I think it's going to be a chimeric coursing through him. It's going to silence him. Got himself immunity from CC for a second while he's in mid-retreat. Big burst on the Ketum. Stone to follow. Big dance right now. Oh my god. Leroy. Jesus Christ. Man just runs into the pit of dragons, and this Leroy ends up surviving it. Last Gem gonna be up next as he's playing that enhancement with the Sky Fury. Full route onto Leroy way ahead of time, and that's gonna be Leroy reversing it in order to break out of those shackles. Big blast to Leroy, surviving the fire trinket, the Darkwood card. Big set is blasted by Lasta. Leroy may be in trouble. Does go for an immunity. Trying to see if he can save it, wait it out. Needs to get some cooldowns. Darkness to follow as trying to create himself a little bit of a safe space versus Sham. The IBM does go activate him some Metamorphosis. Big soul break. Last could be a big trouble. Metamorphosis right after. Does see if the damage. Another blade dance right after. It's going to be tricky. Oh, knocking it back with a hunt. Does time behind the pillar in order to avoid the big blast. The big Night Fight charge. And then it's still gonna reconnect. Last under a ton of pressure, Earth Elemental. But there's only so much you can do, and Leroy does take him out. Gus is the last man left. He needs to find a way to deal with Leroy. I feel like the problem is, whenever Leroy can hit something, he can heal off of it. But if Leroy can hit something, you will also die. So the best course of action may be to put dots on him and then leave him by himself. Put the baby in the corner. I think that's all you can do. Leroy has mobility though. He has CC immunity whenever he eventually retreats though. He got himself Reflect to reverse dots as the Gussie is playing Affliction. Blur, range interrupt, Metamorphosis. So I don't really know how you deal with it. Triggered by Gus as he got a full dot to the Leroy. Shadow Fear around the corner, almost gets him. Leroy's gonna take quite a bit of that dot damage over time though. But Leroy also needs to make sure he's doing some sort of damage to Gus. Damage procs from Leroy. Could spawn in a demon for him to slay and fiend from, for heal from. So it gotta be a mixture of knowing when to push in, knowing when to leave Leroy alone. And not giving him too much of an opportunity to spawn in demons. Because once he starts rotating demons out of the Twisting Nether, it's gonna be rough. I don't really know how you cover it. Gus set himself up on a mount. Looks like he's charging in. Leroy got himself a Malaysian Aura with a stun to Gus. Full I-beam at the ready. Soul break. That's a full dark pack for Gus. Look at the retreat with the gateway. Leroy tried to maintain after eventual retreats. As long as he maintains altitude, as long as his feet don't touch the ground, he's immune to CC and takes like 75% of his damage. So you kinda, but as soon as you see him midair, you gotta go in the other direction. Don't hit him with CC immediately. Don't throw Mortal Coil while he's up after eventual retreat. As long as he maintains altitude, he's immune. It's gonna make it really hard for Gus to recover. But the dots are rolling on Leroy. A little by little, he does take damage. But every time he gets any kind of damage with Gus, any mobility, CC chains, stuns, and prisons, it just makes it so much harder for you to recover. Gus getting hit with a stun. There goes the demon. That's exactly what Leroy needed. Gus with a wall immediately. Soul break. Stun right after. Leroy charging right through with a big hunt to follow. Trying to go for a hunt of his own. Hunt for hunt. Soul rod right after. Gus may be in trouble. Does go for a mad heal. Soul burn. Warlock Hellstone. Ramping up all the dots. Leroy got himself Metamorphosis though. So he's got a lot of leech self-healing. Gus looking for a retreat, but Leroy on the chase, on the prowl. Dark back to follow. Not a lot of health to really work with. And Leroy does end up taking him out. Demon Hunters, man. Demon Hunters are absolutely insane. 5-0 for Leroy. Nutty. How do you deal with that? How do you fight that? Again, I think you just gotta CC him and then run away when he's got cooldowns. It's so rough. As a caster, I don't even know. There's just so much mobility. You have the Discord? What's on Discord? Shadow, one Shadow Priest? Wait, you did this just now? Oh, wait, you just killed me? Sorry about that, boys. Oh, so you did blast like somebody for 300k. It can crit. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you can crit. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna turn off that. Because that looks like it's causing issues. So we're just gonna do one of those, chat. Just because every time I tab away, it just gets all frame droppy. I don't want to be doing that to you boys. I want to make sure you guys get a decent enough experience in the chat. Demon Hunters are stupid. They're nuts, man. Bro, Demon Hunters will actually be usable in areas. So what, ban Warlocks and Demon Hunters? I mean, maybe that would be the play, right? Ban those two classes, see how we do. I'm down to mix up the rules a little bit. Hopefully you guys are ready. Or if you're not, let me know. If you're looking for more, let me know. What spell? It looks like the spell that killed me just now was like, it's an engineering boots item, I think. Where you basically would take falling damage, but then those boots like redirect the falling damage onto others instead of onto you. So you can get like a big crit on everybody. Like if all of us are stacking here in PvP, you drop in from the sky, take a bunch of fall damage, it redirects it onto other people around you instead. And then we're chilling. Ban locks of Demon Hunters will be cool. Wish. Oh my god, man. Yeah, I don't know. Should we or should we not? I'm not really sure. Maybe we should one day. Blade Dance, last 6 deals, 340,000, 50% more HP, the first 24, 50, 15. That is a lot though. Was it a Metamorphosis Blade Storm? Like, was it a Blade Storm after Metamorphosis? Oh, Leroy. Hey, how you doing? We actually did see it. Did you do the quest line just so you could hang out with us? Are you playing the, I was thinking honestly it was going to be Restless Hunter that did that much Blade Storm damage. But maybe not. Wait, is it just a whole, only one spell WTF? That is a lot of them. You can play anything one in the beta is fine to ban something. I think it's fine to ban something. You know what? We'll consider it next week because I feel like if I let everybody know ahead of it, like, hey, next week we're gonna limit the amount of warlocks and demon hunters we have. So if you have one all that you want to play, you guys are more than welcome to. I think we'll maybe plan for something like that next week, if anything. You guys will have to remind me about it. Like, like, hey, are we gonna be banning this class next week or not? You know. Let me know if you guys are ready, by the way, Silver and Bar, because I don't know how the groups are. Holy shit, I made it to stream. What's up, Dan? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, how you doing? Beta 71? Where's Steve-Rick, by the way? I think Steve-Rick used to see this Arcane Burst, man. Johnny Bravo popping up, unless that is Steve-Rick. It isn't, unless Steve-Rick just got himself like an alter ego. Just for 1 or 2 games would be fine, because the only thing to counter DH is not a DH. Well, we did have Warlock pajamas, or Walmart pajamas, yesterday blast out a Demon Hunter. So, technically there are classes that can absolutely like walk over Demon Hunters like they're a rug, because we've seen it happen. But on average, yeah. You know what? Let's plan for that maybe like next week, right? Give Leroy and all these guys that are playing Warlocks tonight a chance to at least make a copy, a new character, a different class, get them ready, get them set up, maybe practice them a little bit before the duels, you know? Because if we plan for that, then, you know, Leroy could at least make an alt or something. For L1 Walker Demon can wreck me. Yeah, like, we've seen all these other classes do pretty well too. What the? You have 1,000,000 health. Why do you have 1,000,000 health, Warthorus? Why do you have 1,000,000 health dropping it on his drop war? That's so good. I want to see the Feral in here, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's possible to see Ferals in here. Just a lot of them don't survive past the burst. They got a lot of damage, but they're also kind of squishy to some degree. They did make them a little bit more survivable recently, but when so many classes is bursty like that, you know, what can you do? Also, we don't see a lot of rogues, so maybe rogues in a very similar spot. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Dotted. Oh, what is my camera doing? We got Dotted over for that team. Dotted as a shadow priest. We got Gussie, Cadam, we got Kian, and Last Jam gonna be first up. On the other team, we got Leroy in the back, Johnny Bravo, Var, we got SOC, as well as Russo. First up and ready. You gotta be immediate silence on the last. Stun to follow, Trinket out of the Shaman. As he got himself a Fire Elemental at the ready. Lasso to set up some burst versus Russo. Does he go for a setup? Does he go for the big burn? Russo already got himself a little bit of that emergency healing as he dives low. Meteor crashing down on him. Russo not super worried. Gonna be last setting up a little bit of damage of his own. Got himself casting while moving. Zaps onto Russo with a Shadow Crash to follow. That's gonna be Siphon. Massive damage on Russo. Does go for a mad heal. I don't know if it was a Warlock Hellstone or maybe personal heal, but they man dip super low. As Laz got such a big burst for the guy, but maybe looking for a bit of healing of his own. Siphon really putting pressure on you, putting a dampener on your healing. As Russo tried to stay on Laz as best as possible, got that Mind Flame center charge, got super low, but Laz recovered somehow. I don't even know what you did to recover health. Was there a Warlock Hellstone as well? Both of them burning Warlock Hellstones, I imagine. As Laz got more lava bursts with like Lasso Earth Elemental at the ready stun onto Laz, got a knockback. Russo just see a couple of Shadow Word deaths. Oh, I think I barely those. Oh, so close. I don't even know how you got yourself a fatty crit like that to recover that much, but that was so good, man. I feel like if you had less crits from that flame, if that flame didn't crit nearly as much, if you got a one big kill, big crit, top yourself off. Kedem gonna be up next versus Russo as a Siphon is attacking Kedem. Kedem is just melting right now. What is even going on? Kedem barely gets to play. Feign death does get horrified, but he's at least on the ground to deal with the with the with the fear overcoming his body. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so much. What is the damage? Shatterprint's been surprising me. They really do. Gonna be a root onto Russo. Steel trap clamping onto his foot. Get him. Taking those mindful insanities to the face with Dark Ascension off for Russo. Full eruptions at the ready. Get him may be able to take one of those eruptions, but looks like the pets are gonna get horrified. Get him with not a lot of health. Feign death in the last second. Does get stunned up. This is a perfect opportunity for Russo to get all the damage up and running. Get him got himself the entire zoo attacking Russo. Literally the deer from the wilds randomly running at him. All the foxes, all the what is it, scorpions, the boar, all these pets are just rampaging all over Russo, and even more foxes spawning in. All of them are just spawning in. Quick scattered by Kedem. Looks like Kedem got himself a bit of recovery too. Recovered quite a lot of health actually. What is healing ya? Must be like some passive pet damage or pet healing. Has to be. Taking a lot of damage. The Shadowprint could be in trouble. No dispersion. Wait, Russo, I think got him. Oh no, Kedem. That's all, man. Got him. Kedem does end up taking him out. Kedem bringing it back for his team. What healed you? I'm actually so confused. Beastmaster doesn't have that much self-healing, but man, someone's got his man topped off and rolling. C-Bus is going to be up next as an Affliction Warlock. Kedem dives into camo at the ready, waiting to get a proper approach with C-Bus. He wants to see where he plants his gateways, maybe when he plants his ports. C-Bus is just going to chill back there. Maybe Kedem is waiting for some cooldowns himself instead. C-Bus got himself a decent enough position, picking up the eye. Looks like the Warlock will be able to push in. Could reset up a gateway in a completely different spot in case he wanted to. Does he see where Kedem is at? He's looking for him, but he's expecting for Kedem to be on top of him, getting to him. But Kedem is playing it very, very defensively instead. So the two are just looking for each other's positions. Gateway get it set up. C-Bus looks like wants to push in a little bit. Scatter in the opener. Let's Kedem go for the steel trap. Looks like he's going to go for like a bleed-based play. Put a barb shot in there, steel trap, the pet damage, let it all do work. C-Bus got himself the dark pack to pop a defensive on him. Kedem planted all the traps, freezing onto him. If you had a knockback trap too, that would have been perfect. But Kedem is going to position behind the pillar instead. C-Bus trying to get some dots on him. Feign dead by Kedem. That means he's actually open to all the damage over time effects. Mortal Coil, does he have a trinket? He doesn't. Fear right after. Could potential trinket. A haunt by C-Bus. Lots of dots are going to be rolling to Kedem. C-Bus potentially, I think, just putting the death onto Kedem. Dark Pack to follow, or Dark Glare to follow. Kedem doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Acceleration, but a Drain Soul is going to get him much lower. Going to burn through all that acceleration healing if the dots last long enough. Kedem could be in big, big trouble right now. Is this man just died of dots? Battle Master's Trinket, borrowing health, Turtle Shell to follow. Kedem needs some kind of a healing. Feign death removes all those dots, but next time C-Bus gets all of them back up. It could spell out early grave for Kedem. Trying to go for a hunt. This is where Kedem wants to make sure there's a pet heal, so then the pet may be able to heal him back. The Battle Master's Trinket just falls off at a perfect time. Kedem needs to make sure there's always a pet heal on him at all times. Pets are dotted. C-Bus at least is very, very careful to make sure that the pets at least get dotted into a trap onto C-Bus. I buzzed down a gateway. I actually don't know if he should have, because he did have a gateway where Kedem is at. He could have ported towards Kedem and kind of ran after him. But instead he set up a gateway. I think maybe trying to go for a soul burn, go for the gateway port to free himself over moon speed buffs, which I guess makes sense. But he could have just used the gateway that put us like right around this middle pillar here. C-Bus needs to get himself a bit of mobility to catch back up to Kedem. As the Hunter got himself a lot of recovery, the time spent without dots actually just benefits Kedem quite handily. Full root onto C-Bus, got himself the line of sight. He got dipped behind the pillar with a chimeric poison on top of C-Bus. Is able to get some dots on the Kedem. And he just had to wait until the Hunter goes in for a feign death at some point. Try to go for a stun. Gonna be the Chimera interrupt with maybe Kedem. Try to push in. Probably a stun. Gonna be a feign death for a second. Kedem got himself full defenses. Does he have a Battle Master Trinket? Stun onto C-Bus. Does he have enough damage to take down the Warlock? Warlock got himself a wall. Kedem with a very limited health pool. Next, Drain Soul could actually be the end of him. I think the man just made die to dots. Trying to give a pet's heal. Maybe they'll give him some healing in return. Does go down to the damage over time effects. C-Bus playing into that full Affliction, dot-focused gameplay, while Gus trying to play some Demonology instead with a gateway? Wait, with a portal? Another portal. Throwing the pet, throwing down the weapon, the axe coming down, the fist coming out with another demon set of demon dogs. Gus, do you not have an Instant Cast Demon Dogs? He may not have Instant Cast Demon Dogs. Oh, C-Bus may be able to take this to his advantage. Interrupt onto C-Bus as Gus does have a proper interrupt. Has the ASUS as well in case he needs an extra interrupt. ASUS to follow. This is where you summon in second pet. Fear with a Dreadstalkers. Try to get a full cast. Actually still gonna get it up as another ASUS comes in. One of these stunts back to back. So good. A stable Affliction with a hunt. Gus is going to take a lot of damage. C-Bus with a full Dark Pack. Gus is going to take quite a bit of damage right now, though. Dark Glare blasting at him. And Gus going in for a Soulburn Warlock Hellstone just to recover all that health. Interrupt by C-Bus at the last second. Drain soul into Gus. Looks like he's with the proc. The axe coming down. The fists are back in for the pet. Trying to blast him out. Gus is at about half his health with all the dots ramped up on him. Taken out profusely. The man could be in big trouble. Needs a heal immediately. Gus could be in big trouble right now. Trying to get a cold Dreadstalkers in. Mortal C-Bus with a fear. Gus isn't able to do anything at all. That's going to be the dots send him over. The Affliction Warlock Chat makes the return with Kian going to be up next. This is where C-Bus needs to land some kind of counter CC versus the Rogue. Make sure the Rogue isn't able to just to pressure him and control the fight the entire time. Shadow Strike coming through with the Shadow Blades. Kyrian Burst. Can the shot onto C-Bus. Blasting out the damage into C. With a cloak to follow. The Rogue is also actually committing quite a lot of cooldowns very, very early. C-Bus does have a gateway to bail out of there. Kian with a Shadow Step. Shadow Blades at the ready. Still getting the Shadow Strikes. I think it looks like he got himself a little bit of that range. He got that Outlaw Acrobatic Strikes range on him with a blind right after. Kian just trying to, I guess, see if he could just chip away piece by piece off of C-Bus. Take him apart one by one. Doesn't really have the biggest like burst combo, but rather like Shadow Strikes for days and Eviscerates for days. Trinket out of that Mortal Coil. Try to go for an interrupt, landing it. There goes the kick. Kid shot to follow. Does C-Bus have anything right after? Decides to take the damage. Kian, though, got himself a very sustaining sub-rogue build. Vanish just to get himself a reset. Stunned by C-Bus. And he's going to get full down to the Kian. No Cloak of Shadows. The Rogue is limited amount of time. He needs to end this duel right now. Wall for C-Bus does end up taking him out. So Kian is going to be able to survive it. Actually does end up taking him out. He's going to try to see if he can retreat. As who's up going to be up next? It's going to be Leroy. Potentially Var? No, it's going to be Johnny instead. My man, Johnny Bravo. Kian has advantage. That's about all he's got. Cheat Death, actually. He does have Cheat Death. Johnny used to do some really cheesy stuff with his damage. If he wants to see if he can bypass Cheat Death, try and knock the Rogue back. There is still dots burning on the Rogue. Land himself a reset. I think it's actually a clean go, right? Clean reset? Looks like it's a clean one. Looks like it's clean. Johnny's going to have to get really, really aggressive if he wants to get himself full burst combo. Make sure that the Rogue does not have any ways to break the CC. Kian hanging out next to him, got himself to pick up, maybe a little too close for those arcade explosions. Johnny eyeing over those eyes. Kian could be potentially at the range to sap him. He's kind of nearby. He's going to go for a Shadow Strike. Immediate Nova. Get a shot. Does get himself a blink. Full poly. Kian, unless he goes for a Vanish, not much you could really do. Johnny repositioning to get himself the full blasted here with the Arcade Surge. Barath combo. There goes the full Arcade Mage blaster damage. Freezing Kian. I don't think he's got a chance at all. It's going to be a big blast. Oh! Kian does go for a Vanish. He's still got dots on him. It's going to put him out in the open. Big blast continue to happen. Arcade Blaster just obliterate the guy. Cheat Death right after in that execute range. Does Johnny have enough damage? Cloak of Shadows the last second. Kian has no escapes. Blinder Johnny chooses to Trinket with it all the time. Barrage right after. Arcade Orb to follow. Another Barrage. There it goes. Took him a second. That Cheat Death actually came up at the right time. And then Cloak of Shadows too. I thought it was honestly the Rogue is I didn't know if the Rogue was going to live that or not, but apparently he lived more than I expected. I thought it was going to be more of like a one-sided, more towards Johnny Bravo. I thought it was like an easy victory, but the Rogue actually held his own. And he did survive through Affliction Warlock that's been dismantling team, was it team 1, I think it is? I can't remember which one had the, both of them had a Warlock. One of them had a Demo, one of them had a Affliction though. Another setup. Does Johnny have another burst versus dots? It's gonna drop him into a Mage here. Trying to go for the Kyrian setup. Silence on Johnny. Does get hit with a Horrifies into a stun right after. Has a blink for it. Into an interrupt as the Mind Games comes through. Has the ulti time in case things really go rough for him. Dots is gonna take a bit of damage. Has himself full defenses. Full cooldowns at the ready. And Johnny is gonna port back to a ulti time image they previously set up. Dots is getting shredded though. Oh, what is that? Hold on a second. Johnny boy, what'd you do to that man? What was that crit? I'm sorry. Huh? I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. Can you guys explain what happened? Were you guys watching? I was watching everything close up and I couldn't tell. Did you guys? Would any of you guys like to explain 140k extra Creeper Rush? Oh my god, no way, Johnny! My goodness. This man is insane. Looks like we've been watching the Snipping DF, yeah? Oh my god, man, this looks so good. Jesus, that burst. I've been maining Pharaoh's SATA. Is going to be hard transitioning. You think so? I think Warlocks can easily tank low keys. Probably, man. Probably. Hear me out. 5v5 Demon Hunter versus Warlocks. Oh, that'd be kind of cool thematically, but I think it's too many Demon Hunters, too many Warlocks. I would love. How about this? I'd love 5v5 all evoker instead. I would love a 5v5 all evoker. We should do that sometime, man. Literally, if everybody here logged on an evoker, got a gear, and we had a full 5v5 1 all evoker duel, I think that'd be awesome to see. I break rules for that one. I'd like to see Demon Hunter versus Death Knights. I feel like that would be a little bit one-sided. I think Death Knights are not nearly as good at the moment. I could be wrong, but maybe. Yeah, our totems are obviously Wait, what the? Huh. That is a lot of healing spring totems, actually. Wait, are all of them actually yeah, every single one of them heals, I think. Wow. That is a lot of healing. You guys are insane. How'd you do that? How'd you guys break the game? That's a lot of healing totems. Imagine being a restoration shaman and you're just like spamming totems the whole time. Actually, I would find it kind of cool. It's a lot of totems, but damn. It's like a lot. Hey, how are mages looking so far? Top, bottom specs in PvP, PvE. I think top specs are probably going to be Frost and Arcane. I talked to Seawork about it. He thinks Arcane and Frost are probably going to be insane. Fire Mages doesn't look as good in PvP, but he does have that on-demand combustion burst, so I think it's still going to be really strong. It's just the fact that Arcane and Frost both have Breath, both have like Nova to knock things back. They all have a root with the Cone of Cold. They have Mass Poly. Like all the mages have the same utility, but the damage output is different. It's going to make it very, very similar. Fire doesn't, Seawork says fire doesn't feel as good because it feels weaker, but the combustion burst, like it's still going to be like, you're going to be able to make impactful damage every time you combust, every however minutes. So it's still going to be good, but Arcane and Frost really do look good right now. You want a boar? Sure, I want a boar. What do I say? Mage was Soroka, the best mage wins? Dude, yeah, honestly, I think right now, evokers... Oh, you did give me a boar. Hey. Awesome. How do I tame it? Can I tame it real quickly? Tame. Try to see if I can tame it. Is it because it's fighting you? Can I do it like this? Oh, I think I gotta abandon one of my pets. No. Oh, he died. Okay. Might have too many pets. I have 4, so I feel like I should have a spot for one more. But yeah, you're probably right. Maybe it's bugging out and it says I have 4, but it's actually 5 somewhere. Maybe it's one of my stables. Who knows? Alrighty, are we ready, boys? They want to go again? Tame a pet. You don't need a threat to be on you. Oh, really? That's weird. Okay. Alright. I guess it's like on purpose so that you can't have other people like tame things for you or maybe break the game in that way. You have to make sure that you are able to tame the pet yourself. You're able to handle the pet yourself instead of having somebody help. That's weird, but I can understand why. I guess it's on purpose so that you can't just like have somebody, oh, I need to kill this mob for like a quest. Oh, let me tame it for you so you can't have it. Okay. That's, I guess it's understandable, but that's weird how they did it. Okay, that could work out. That's weird, but I can see why. How Mage is looking? Yeah, so Mage is looking pretty good. Abe, one of 3 things I think I'm making. To be honest, I'm thinking change the Pharaoh is awesome. Dude, Pharaoh is going to be great, Abe. I think you'll like him a lot, man. Aside from Rogue, what's big to think look forward to the Dragonflight for the most? Rogue, Evoker as a class, Death Knight as a class, Monk as a class, Shaman as a class, and probably Warrior as a class. But I'm definitely going to play a lot of alts. I'm definitely going to play some Arcane Mage. I'm going to play some Affliction, Warlock, Demonology. I'm going to play some Feral Druid. I'm going to play some Resto as well, maybe Boomy. I'm going to play some Shadow Praise, Disc Priest, Survival Hunter, maybe BM Hunter too. I'm actually feeling like BM Hunter is a good spec now. I didn't like BM for the longest, but like changes to DF look good. Holy Pally, Prop Pally, Red Pally. So I guess Pally as well too. Demon Hunter, Havoc for sure. It's actually so fun. I'm looking around to see what class I'm missing. Did I name all the classes so far, chat? I think I named all the specs that I'm thinking of playing. Today my pet Healer Evoker is going to be fun. Yes, I'm very excited for Healer Evoker. I honestly think that's the DPS Evoker is cool, but Healer Evoker is even cooler. I'm so excited for Healer Evokers. They actually look so fun to play, and they're fun in general to play. Not only do they look fun, but they are fun. Like, there's something about it, right? The kit of abilities you have and the playstyle and the mechanics you have of like moving and healing over time and like reverse damage stuff and some of the echo elements, it's so cool. So what are you saying is you play everything but a priest? I did play mention Shadow Priest and Disc Priest, I think. If I didn't, Shadow Priest and Disc Priest as well. Not really big on Holy. I heard they're really good, but I'm really liking the Disc Priest damage build and the penance builds. Big fan. I'm also glad that the Artifact Opener came back. Hopefully that'll be good. And the reason I do it like this, like, because every time I think of priest, I'm like, you know how you just like, oh, take a staff and you're like, bap, booping people. I love that. I wish it would brought back the overcharging effect of that weapon, back from Legion, where you could just kind of pop someone like a grape. Feel Harry Potter wizard over here. You would go into a 40 versus 40 BG, put atonements on literally everybody, probably doing a Terror Mill, and then you would just kind of schism a guy and like, not even schism sometimes, just like go in and if you quit, then pop. Like 12 million damage. Your health bar is like 8. So if you don't crit, you want to schism and you want to get somebody kind of lowish on 80%. If you do crit, you get the overcharge and everything, anybody can die. Tanks, dead. Healers, dead. Anybody that's taking the backlines that hasn't taken any damage, dead. It's so good. Alright, chat, let me know when you guys are ready. Silver as well as VAR. Let me know how you boys are doing if you are ready for more 5V5 1v1 duels. Can I save this one? I'm gonna make sure I saved it. Double checking. VAR, let me know. Are you ready? Hey, let's go. Alrighty, let's get you guys back in here. Well, I'm gonna back up. Oh man, I'm just hoping Demon Hunters won't be how Warlocks were in Shadowlands. How about Warlocks in Shadowlands? I mean, if you've been like tanky and then like super squishy, or you mean like PvE style, like kind of whatever, and then like giga good? Because I know they were really good by the final season or by the final 2 seasons, like Dasher and Mythic Pluses, for example. But for rating, they were generally kind of okay. Only 4? Oh, you guys think we can reform if you guys all leave? Yeah, Lath, if your team leaves, we can reform if you guys want to. By the way, I'm loving the amount of casters we have tonight. Normally we don't have this many casters. I think we've had more casters than melee so far. Maybe not true, but I'm thinking it feels like it is. If you guys all leave, we can. Unless you guys want a 4. We got a demo. We got it. Don't worry. Alright, sounds good. I believe, boys. I believe. Because if you guys want to back up, I'm cool with that. But if y'all like, you know what? I like a challenge. Hey, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear, boys. Switch. Got us a team 1 together with Leroy on the backlines. By the way, I'm liking the Mog with those tats. Going for like black tattoos looks good. We got Johnny on that team. We got Coil C as well as VAR. They're literally charging out versus Dots is going in for, or at least attempted to go in for a mind games. VAR could be in a bit of trouble unless he got himself a big one-shot already. Somebody Shadow Priest does go in for a trinket. VAR looking to set up some big bursts. It's going to be 1 LA Blast. Does VAR have a second LA Blast to follow? Massive damage of Dots is going to go for LA Blast onto the Siphon. Maybe a bit of an overkill on that Fiend, but maybe he still has himself full big lightning bolt set up. Another blow. What was that, boys? VAR just zapping the boy down. Honestly, I was expecting for it to be a big blast from LA Blast, but apparently lightning bolts hit just as hard. Rude onto on how got himself a Sky Fury. Looking to break through totem. VAR, does he take down Sky Fury? He better take it down. It's right there. Light the lasso. Trying to. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. On how blast. That's what I was thinking VAR was going to do. That Shadow Priest. And then sending out Leroy on the team too. Okay, sending out Leroy, I feel like maybe it's just overkill. The man is just a god. Sending out World Boss. You literally send out the final boss of the raid first or second. Big hunt onto on how. Does he have any healing? Try to go for a bit of a heal. But Leroy ends up taking him out. With Kadim gonna be up next. Can he verse this Demon Hunter? Actually getting a bit of pressure on him. I'm just swapping my camera to everybody else besides Leroy. I'm so sorry. Kadim, Pulling the pets back, trying not to give Leroy a target to leech off of. Gonna be a stun. Leroy has a trigger for it. Ivan to follow. Kenem is gonna have to be very, very careful. Using CC at the right time is gonna be how he wins this game. Pulling the pets back to make sure Leroy just can't keep cleaving on him. But it's gonna send in the pets whenever Kenem is at the ready. Wants to get some damage going. Leroy got himself a shield. I'm not really sure how he gets the shields from, but he does get a shield. Sending in the pets out. Leroy's out in the open, rooted in place. Can't really go anywhere. Death Shackle to follow. It's going to be kill commands with the pets as it goes in for full immunity. Kenem pulling the pets back immediately. Does not want to give Leroy any opportunity to get any recovery. Leroy's actually could just die. Warlock house in the last second. Does Kenem have a stun for him? If Kenem gets a stun, this could be over. Leroy going for a fear onto these pets. Unless he's going to be able to fear them. Trying to see if he can swing around towards Kenem. Freezing trap at the ready. Kenem waiting for it. Leroy charges through it, somehow misses out the freezing trap. Kenem may be in a bit of trouble trying to back up out of there. Leroy does gain a demon to fiend off of, to get some leech off of. And Kenem retreating completely behind the pillar. Just going for a full reset. Just to get as much self-healing as possible. Healing the pets heals Kenem back because of the leech element. Leroy still holding on to the demon. Is going to slay it to pick up the soul. Freezing trap waiting on him on the right-hand side. He just has no idea. It's going to go for a leap. Kenem gonna beat a full hunt. Another demon spawns in with a stun to follow. Kenem trying to give himself as much damage to try to see if he can get Cataracta versus Leroy, but there's only so much he can do. Lath looking to set up a big burst onto Leroy. Leroy has a demon right next to him. He knows a bunch of Maelstrom ready for Lath. He wants to go for a big lava burst actually. So Lath is playing elemental. For some reason I thought you were enhancement. Leroy slaying the demon, picking up the demonic soul, got him some 20% more damage off of it. Can make some bursts happen with this one. Lath not playing the primal elementals, he's playing like normal aliens. I wonder why. Knocking back with Leroy. As the man does get rooted out in the open, it's gonna be actually a knockback and a root onto Leroy. Oh yeah, because you got double totems. Wait, that actually could be an insane combo. A demon spawns in on the side. Lath has himself a Skykeeper at the ready. Leroy ready to slay the demon as soon as he sells up slow. Is going to slay it, but it's going to be big zaps to follow. Could pick up the demon soul whenever he needs to. But it's going to snag it just to make sure he's all good to go. Lath needs to make sure he's got himself the biggest wombo combo, or at least a CC chain for Leroy if he wants to win this one. As soon as Leroy takes up an air or two, it's going to be rough. Demon Hunter just doesn't want to play at all. There's going to be a leap. Got himself immunity to CC. Lath knocking him back. Leroy charges back over with an I-beam. Going to be immediate trinket for that lightning lasso with a metamorphosis to continue the pressure. Big blade dances to follow. Just try to take down Lath with a stun right after. And oh my god. Demon Hunters right now, man. Demon Hunters. Well, we got to give you guys another go because that was only 4 of you. I like that you guys were like, yeah, we're ready for a challenge. But then the team 2 sent out Leroy. I appreciate you guys were ready for the challenge and try to make it best happen. But yeah, let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más. We can't end on that one, man. We gotta go again. You need a +1. Maybe I should be banned. Take out Leroy. Oh, no. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay, if you guys all collected this side, you know what? We're gonna let Leroy out of the club for the day. Leroy's in a doghouse. I don't want to be the guy banning Leroy, but if you guys all collectively decide, hey Leroy, could you if you guys go and ask Leroy, hey, could you step back for a second, you know what I mean, like give us all a bit of breathing space. I'll make a monk next week. I'm sorry. You're good. You don't apologize, man. I'm not. What I'm gonna make you apologize for the fact that you play Demon Hunter. I'm not gonna make you apologize for the classes you play. That's not the player problem. It's like, hey, maybe they need to be like adjusted a little for PvP. You know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. That's nothing you did. Let's go last. Maybe, yeah. Maybe leave Leroy as a cleanup duty. Leroy got replaced by Gussie. Sounds good. So silver is good. Var, let me know if you're ready. And we should be good to go. Looks like Var's looking for a +1 if you guys want to join in. We got a group in a legacy raid. Alliance and Horde can both queue for this. So if you're Alliance main or a Horde, you're more than welcome to join it as Var has a group in the raid's legacy section, boys. I said he should apologize for the class play missions at this talent. No. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. It's, again, don't hate the player, hate the game kind of deal, you know? That's how I view it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I mean, people say the same thing for dating. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And I feel like that's the same approach here. Like, Leroy is a beautiful butterfly, but I do wonder if Blizzard is going to tune him going forward for PvP. Well, that, oh my goodness, that's all good, Bar. We'll give it a second. Leroy should be back up the Vanguard. Yeah, maybe should be like cleanup duty. That's another thing that we do sometimes. Is like, okay, if somebody's like that good, we'll have them at the very end when there's a bit of dampening ranked up. So if let's say everybody else goes down, they're still able to play and they're still able to clean up, and that'll be a little bit more challenging for them because they'll have the input to deal with. Sometimes it can make it easier for them, but yeah, that'll be one way to do it. Actually, I never thought about it. He should be backup, not a vanguard. That's actually really cool. I never thought of the word of vanguard, but that is somebody who like charges out first, huh? Which makes sense why that one class in Mass Effect, I think it was called Vanguard. It was a biotic with like, it's like a soldier biotic mix who did this charge ability. Yeah, now that makes all the sense in the world. Now I understand it. Oh, it's up that is, it is what it is. Class specs over cycle for sure. Tuning, I mean, yeah, tuning always changes it. Tuning is always going to change who's the meta. It never stays static, but I think that's a good thing that it never stays static. At least not for too long. If that makes any sense, you know? We should be ready. For some reason I thought it was like an evoker flying now, but it's just a guy on the proto. Are we good? I sent in, and I don't know if it... So if it was sent, maybe we're just waiting for VAR or waiting for Silver. We're chilling, the boys. Experience from Psalm? Sure. Also, 20,000 duels on live. I feel like above average dueling gross class. Sure, I don't disagree. What's up, Dylan? I'm back. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? Running, waiting for an how? Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I'm chilling. I just want to make sure it actually works or not. Did it go on a bench at least every round is fine, I think? Yeah, you guys exactly, you have the same mindset as me when it comes to like duels and stuff. That's cool, man. I finished a single player thing, stun lock until 100 seconds to it. Yeah. The finish is always a single player thing. Yeah. It is a single player class. There's not much you can really do against that CC sometimes. That's a fair point. I never had it explained to me like, oh, it's a single player thing. It is a single player experience though. I never thought of it like that. I don't know why I find it so funny. Ah, man, that's so good. I like that. Where's my man Atho, man? I miss my man Atho. I miss Seawark. I know Seawark got some IRL stuff he does on the weekends though. Oh, wait. There's Hordes in here? An alliance? Wait, that looks like a Death Knight. But why has he got glowing eyes and he's got like a male gear? Yo. I never realized these guys were out here. How cool is this? I never knew those dudes was out here. Look, they're watching. Oh, is there like Horde version of them somewhere else? Just a bunch of Alliance out here. Is there like a bunch of Hordes on the other side? Maybe not. I have no idea. Alrighty, let me get the audio rolling. I'm sorry, chat. I was mesmerized by the fact that there's spectators. I don't know why. Twitch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Dots. We got ourselves Katamonat team last. Gonna be first up with Nori in the back as well as Anhao. Last charging out as an Elemental Shaman versus Seabus. Just gotta go for full dot spree. Big lava burst flying in. Gonna be immediate mortal call by Seabus trying to establish control in the opener with a fear. Last trick inside of it pretty early on. Got himself a wall. Gonna be a fire elemental. The ready drain someone to last. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Retreat behind the pillar to catch a couple of healing surges. And it should be kind of okay for a while. Seabus just needs to keep pressure. Gotta be a quick interrupt. Needs to find a way to make sure that Lath is unable to get some cast as long as the dots around him. Lath might be in a bit of trouble. Needs to make sure there's some cast. Gotta go for a knockback onto Seabus. Taking him out of the game for just a moment. At least keeping him at bay. As the Dark Glare swings around the corner. Seabus trying to go for a stun. Looking to get a Shadow Fury around the pillar. As Lath setting up some bursts of his own. Dark back for Seabus. Got him some plenty of defenses. Lath could be in a bit of trouble as the Shaman, as the Warlock is just pushing in. Gonna be a Primordial, maybe some Lava Burst, big interrupt on the Hun, but it's gonna be something else. I think Lath may be down for the count. Seabus ends up taking him down. Super unfortunate, but Seabus got a lot of dots. Taking him out of the game. What's up, Olivia? How you doing, fam? Was my level 60 death achievement, man? Wait, my level 60 without a death achievement? Did they really? Why? What happened? Lava Burst getting sent into the Seabus. As he's trying to get some dots versus Anhao. Anhao is actually also playing Elemental. I just realized it. I was thinking this man was going to be more enhancement, Shamansman, because they got some cheesy bursts on him. I'm actually surprised you guys are playing like non-super giga bursty classes. Very, very surprised. I mean, I think Elliot can still burst, but not like a one-shot like an enhancement can. Anhao retreating, got a full route on to Seabus. He just has to wait it out. Literally auto-attacking if he has to into an interrupt onto Anhao. trying to keep the rod pressure rolling in on how going for the stun totem run. I actually don't see a lot of shamans using stun totem nowadays. Most of you guys are just straight up lighting lassos. Trinket on C-Bus is on how getting hit with a mortar core. Does he have an out? He does have a trinket. He's going to go for a trinket. Looking to get himself a bit of a gust of wind to reposition. Walled this off. C-Bus has got himself a full fear onto on how. Looking to get a full UA. All the dots around him. The wall is going to be falling off at some point. That's going to be C-Bus with a drain cell interrupted. Skyfear is up for on how. Got himself a big lava blast. He's going to be able to break through and chill very quickly. Reflect down for C-Bus on how maybe in a bit of trouble. Needs to go for some kind of a self-heal. The dots are going to send him over the edge though, and the man does get claimed by the Afflictions, with Dots gonna be up next, charging in quick fear onto the pet as well as C-Bus. Full void eruption sending him out in all directions. C-Bus somehow avoids one, but not all of them. Big Shadowboard death with a massive heal for C-Bus. Warlock soul swap or soul burn with together with a Warlock Hellstone. Fear with a mortar call onto Dots. C-Bus trying to get the Dots in their zone. Going to be a stun by the Affliction Warlock, by the Shadow Priest with a mind game. C-Bus maybe in a bit of trouble. Dada got a lot of damage with a Mind Bender, by the way. Mind Blast together with Shadow Death does a lot of work. C-Bus got himself a shield actually, using Soul Burn and a Drain to get himself a bonus shield, which is actually kind of interesting. I feel like that's definitely worth using when you're already maxed on health. Just generate a bonus shield on top of it. Fear onto Dots, no way for him to interrupt it. Only has a silence. Going to be you get it set up. But C-Bus just going in for the most amount of dots, letting those dots ramp up. Reflect onto Dots as he's going to have Mind Blast sitting back at him. With the silence of the C-Bus, just had to wait it out a little bit. Does Dots ever go for a Reflect or Dispel? He may want to go for Massive Spell at some point. May have to go for Disperse here. As C-Bus gets so much pressure on the guy. As soon as Dots isn't focusing on self-heals, C-Bus just got all this rotting pressure. Not much you can really do about it. Stun onto the Warlock. Dotted. Got himself full eruptions with a fear, hoping to maybe chain a couple of those back-to-back guns. Very unlucky. Dotted though, not health at all. It's gonna go for emergency self-healing with Power Word Life. Think of Shadow Word Death, but just a reversal, just a healed version. Drain onto Dotted. Does C-Bus have himself the big drains though? Massive heals for Dotted. A C-Bus still continues to stay on him. Got all the afflictions on the guy. No more Dark Pack for a second. Reflected sounds back at him. Oh my god, that Reflect was so good. That Reflect was actually so clean. I think C-Bus has had a very clean Reflect. That or another Warlock that we had before. I can't remember, but C-Bus is definitely one of those guys that had really clean Reflects. That's a well-timed Reflect. Man, especially if you got a feeling like, okay, he's definitely going to get some counter pressure, going to try to make some kind of a play. That silence is what clued him in, man. Because he had Shadow Power Word Life back to back. He could always heal himself. He got a little bit of recovery there. But man, that just helped lock him down. That's so good. C-Bus got hit with a Steel Trap. He got no mobility compared to Kedem though, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. He needs to make sure he gets full dots on Kedem, dotting up the pets, making sure that everything is melting, making sure there's always a haunt or at least somebody on Kedem or anybody else. Definitely needs to make sure there's dots on literally everything. Full pets charging out. C-Bus is going to get surrounded by the entire army of these wild beasts. Literally the wilderness, the entire zoo joining in. C-Bus taking not any damage. What is that burst out of nowhere? Big Drain trying to survive McKenna with a kill shot. What was that burst? Was that just the pets and like a fatty crit on a kill command or something? Must have been. Johnny Bravo skulking and stealth, skulking in a viz. Waiting out for Kedem. Kedem, I think, wants to go for a full camo. I think this is where Johnny is just not going to go for invis right now. He's going to wait for Kedem to get on the camera, maybe then pick up ice. You gotta find Kedem for just a second, get a full poly on the guy. It's gonna go for the invis. Let's get him go for camo. Now would be a good time to do it. Mount it up. But Johnny, this is perfect. Got him some massive invis movement while polyed. And that's gonna be a ring of frost on these pets. Eventually they're gonna get frozen breath onto these pets. As Johnny going in for the most amount of damage, Kedem better turtle as soon as possible. May have to turtle immediately. Does he just live this? Oh, massive burst. Big blaster. Gonna be a faint death for a second. Scatter to Johnny. Johnny with a big barrage. Kedem maybe still be in trouble. Got himself a Battle Master Trinket. Gonna be more missiles around the corner. Kedem is still under a ton of pressure. Next barrage could be extra deadly. Does he survive this? Oh my god, Stun to Johnny has a trinket for it. Literally right next to him. Oh, big blast. Kedem has a barred health. Next hit is over. Johnny, unless he makes a mistake right now. Barrage? Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, there's no way you live that. There's actually no way you live it. Oh my god, there's so much damage. With a stun by Nori, Johnny backing up out of there. Johnny better be very careful. He may have to go for an ice block. He wants to try to see if he can just not ice block at all. But I don't know how you're going to do it. Gonna be tricky. Nori. Oh my god, Johnny, unless you got something. That's a Nova. But he's got a Hand of Freedom. Trying to barrage him. Nori just keeps charging out. He got so much range. Bubble for Nori. Johnny got at least a lot of cooldowns on a Nori. He got Mess and Biz. Definitely gonna go with CC. Oh my god. What is that final reckoning? It is so good. Nori almost won this one. If only something crit inside of that whole rotation, that would have been over. Johnny, you're lucky. You better count your lucky stars. Quick breath of Nori as Johnny tried to go for a big Arcana Sphere. Does he get the bowl right? Does get the bowling ball rolling in, barreling over Nori. And Johnny may just have to go continue getting resets. It's still a tight situation, man. Powder's a spooky, and that's after a 35% Divine Storm nerf, Temporal nerf. Jesus Christ, Nori! Blind, try to see if he can set up some big setup versus Johnny. Johnny's just on the run. Johnny on the run. Johnny, how are you alive? I can't believe it. How are you alive? Oh my god. Full Kyrian burst out of Nori. Well, actually Divine Toll, I guess, because it's no longer Kyrian, really, is it? Johnny got himself some damage. Finally, Johnny Appleseed looking to maybe get a knockback on a Nori. Does he get to Meteor? Is going to walk into the freeze. Got a big barrage. Nori with a big heal. Wait, did you just lay on hands yourself? Is that what that was? Did you literally just lay on hands yourself? Hold up. Did Nori just lay on hands himself as a red paladin? Is that what we just saw? That, what was it? Missiles. Nori doesn't have a way to cast at the moment. Interrupted for a second. Stunned from miles away. Big hammers to Johnny. Doesn't Nori take him out? Jesus Christ. Johnny is in big trouble. Needs to go for food immediately. Does have a knockback for Nori. At least he can maybe do some damage with it. Got a bit of damage. Did a bit. But Johnny's still in so much trouble right now. Has a trinket, but he needs himself a reset. Oh no, Nori. Oh, next time would be deadly. Nori with a poly. Johnny with a poly. Oh, God, why is it so close? Who wins here, boys? I don't even know, man. Who wins this one? I can't imagine. How is Johnny alive, by the way? I feel like Nori should be winning this one a year ago. It's gonna be an interrupt, knockback. Johnny even has a gateway next to him. He's not even taking it. Some of you guys sometimes say gateways. Johnny's like trying to keep it a proper 1v1, man, so you gotta give him cred. Oh, all the time. Took a little bit of them hammers. It's like a to reposition, but Nori got him back out in the open. Does have a blink for it. Needs some kind of a permanent slow into Nori. Got himself an Arcana Sphere. That's gonna be Hand of Freedom. Does he get to knock him back? Nori got himself a Shield of Vengeance. Charging out Johnny with a cool poly onto Nori with a Ring of Frost. Is gonna hopefully freeze him, maybe knock him back early. May have to go for an early knockback. Johnny just looking to get some kind of slows onto Nori. Roots, slows, everything you got. Stealing all the buffs, everything you got. Jesus. Johnny only has images. Maybe a blink to get out of the stuns. He's got to go for as much range damage as possible. Trying to go for a big blaster versus Nori. Nori does not have a defensive or blind. Going to be a trick out of Johnny. Next stun could at least blink it out of it. Does go for a blink very early. Next stun could be really deadly. Nori actually had no health whatsoever. Oh, no way Johnny lived that one. Oh my god, how? How did that? What? Johnny, you're insane. Are you kidding me? I am surprised that he lived that one at the end. Are you kidding me, boys? Johnny's pure skill. He could have gatewayed it too, chat. Sometimes people take gateway just because it's there, because you're trying to really get yourself a victory. I totally understand it. Some of you guys do, some of you don't. Not much you can really do. We can't really control it in a 5v5 arena. But the fact that this man didn't even take gateway, kept fighting right through it, and won. Guy's a god. Johnny. My goodness. That's insane. By the way, Leroy, are you in our Discord? Some of you guys, I gotta give you guys roles, because some of you went for like 1v5s in these duels. We usually give people roles of champion in our Discord whenever they go for at least 1v4, 1v5. I want to give Johnny a role too, man. This man is doing some 1,000 IQ big brain plays. I feel like I gotta. Nori, by the way, you were blasting out. I don't know what kind of damage you got, but Jesus, does not feel like Pally got nerfed by 35%. Definitely doesn't feel like it. Hi Dalaran, thank you for the stream as always. Yo, what's up Dalaran's wife? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Do we got more groups, or are we guys done for the night? Because it is 7. Normally we do this for like 2 hours. Yesterday we were in a little bit longer. But I feel like we had, dude, we had so many duels tonight as well. 24 as well? Yeah. Abe, do I have your roles? You should be on there. You should have been on there a year ago. But yeah, I like, so I used to be purely 1v5s, but a 1v4, man, it's still impressive. So I lowered it to 1v4 because I'm still impressed with the 1v4s. There's no really specific rules how I do it. I just gotta do it on my own discretion. But like if these guys do well, I just like to highlight you boys. I like to be able to see you there. I don't have the role. Yo, Abe, can you type in Discord real quick? Just type something, anything, you beauty. And to see where you're at, just because that's a crime against humanity, not having you with a role. Anyone can tell me if it's possible to have the CY, I like the health bar and everything. Yes, Ryzen. All it takes is to wait. This specific one. So this is going to be the part of the basic UI changes in Dragonflight. Once the pre-patch is out, you're going to get a new UI format, and you'll be able to use this new UI format to organize your UI in whatever way you want to. There you are, Kiosko. I see you typing. There you are, my guy. Hey, easy. Now you're typing with nice deep blue letters, man. That deep blue is going look good on you. Silver's ready. Bar, let me know if you're ready. I got to kill some evokers. That's still something. Silver, honestly. I mean. I was really hoping you guys would be like, okay, well, let's make a deal with you, Dal. Can I get a roll just for when I did this? Did I do that? Well, maybe I can get. I don't try to make a deal with me, man. I definitely want to. I definitely want to be a little bit better at doing the whole roll thing because I just forgot about it completely. But I definitely going to do this whole roll thing a lot more often, especially once the game comes out or like into pre-patch and into live, right? Because on the beta right now, there are some cheesy things that are going on, some really, really cheesy stuff. But yeah, I definitely gotta give you guys more roles on that. I'm kidding. Yeah. Although I do like how you join these silver, and I do like some of the builds you come up with them. I do also appreciate the fact that you are willing to play evoker for these duels. Not a lot of people have. So the fact that you've been able to get some big bursty damage out of it, yeah. Egg, did Egg just die? Oh. Oh wait, that's what an evoker looked like when they were dead? I never seen like a... That's kind of cool, actually. Really realistic. Ready, Night Sia. Wait, Var, is he done for the night? Or is he ready? I'm not sure, because it looks like Nate Sia. Is it supposed to be night? Is Var done? Or... Yeah, because I want to do more. If we can. How to play Dragonflight pre-patch. Pre-patch comes out whenever. We're not sure exactly when pre-patch comes out, but if you want to test out the pre-patch a little bit early, you can go... wrong channel, I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, to do the pre-patch thing, to play pre-patch tested early, you can download the PTR, which is a public testing realm. You go to the Blizzard website, and you go to the account, game, subscriptions, scroll all the way down, and there's a PTR section there. You got to make a PTR account. After you make a PTR account, it'll be added to your like Battle.net account, whatever. You close down Battle.net, open it back up, and in BNet under Games Versions and Account over here, there's going to be a tab. You can click it, and you can kind of choose a different version of the game, and that'll be like your classic, your live, and that'll be PTR in the in development section. So I'd say you can test out pre-patch right now. Otherwise, you kind of have to wait until pre-patch comes to live realms because it's not in yet. We're playing this on the beta. The UI customization compared to LVOI, other filters than buffs and debuffs. So let me show you everything that's available for LVOI. By the way, VAR and Silver, let me know if you boys are ready. Rate frames, you can customize stance bars, you can customize your pet bars, buff frames, debuff frames, boss frames, and like you can make some of these bigger or smaller, however you want to, right? You can customize skill cast bar, encounter bar, extra abilities, possess bar, talking head, vehicle exit button, arena frames, and a loot window, but you must disable loot window at the mouse in order to be able to customize and choose where you want it to be, because normally you can just kind of move it. The loot window looks kind of interesting, because let's say you like kill something. Let me see if I can just kill something real quickly. Look, let's say I kill this boar, right? Okay, I didn't get loot out of it for some reason. Is it because I overkilled it, or does it just not drop any loot? I killed the boar. Does it just not drop any loot? I'm trying to see if I can kill someone real quick, just so I can show you like the loot window. There we go. Maybe like somebody else killed that boar instead of me. And you can like have this loot window, and you can kind of choose where it goes, like the way it pops up. Right now I haven't followed my mouse, but you can have it pop up anywhere, and you can customize where it goes. Customize the size of everything individually as well. You guys are ready? Awesome. Let's get you guys back in here. So you can customize a lot of it. I don't know if that's enough of customization compared to LUI, but I just wanted to display everything that it can do, so then you can better compare, just because I don't use LVY that much myself. I got Jigglesworth today. Hello, we were playing retail. I got a level D8 something too. You got the mount? Let's go! Or you mean the pet? Hope you mean the mount, Jigglesworth. Yeah, get your Jigglesworth before the end of the expansion. Definitely do it in pre-patch if you haven't done it. Go play evoker, go get some gear from normal raid, and might as well get some Jigglesworth while you're at it, you know? Totally worth. Mount? Let's go. That's a good looking mount, man. It's a solid looking mount. Cran did point out that blood of females, their legs and the mount just like spread so wide. It looks like you're, it just looks so weird. It looks like a vice that just spread all the way out or something. It looks like the bones shouldn't be bending that way. And it's like, oh, I gotta see what you mean. But otherwise, it doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks pretty good on everybody. Can you delete my achievements, but don't give me beta? Wait, so what did I mean by deleting achievements? I want to know more about that. What happened there? So Twitch. We got ourselves Dalaran on the Fury Warrior. It is a Fury. Hey, let's go. We got ourselves Jambasi as an enhancement Johnny, Little Dragon, and we got ourselves Vargar versus Dotted. Hitting him with a lasso, immediately full Demodogus, full alley moves on him. Dotted trying to see if he can potentially get away from Var. He's going to be able to break out of that Fury. I don't even know how. Didn't drop down Tremor, did ya? Gonna be Dotted, blasted out with L blast ones. Dotted got some damage of his own. The Rooter to Var actually can't really break it. Another blast of the Dotted's, but Dotted's is surviving this. Got himself the Ripper base in order to get counter aggressive with Var. And Var gotta get himself a little bit more Maelstrom, trapping Dotted's in place with the totem. The static totem keeping him in bay. Dotted's trying to get himself a cast off. Big Stormkeeper procs are happening. As Var got himself massive Storm Strikes back to back. Big blast, but Dotted's was in disperse. Mind games to follow. Var's got a limit to what he can do. Can't really do too much damage or heal himself, otherwise he'll risk put himself in danger. Or getting Dotted's a little bit more survivability. Silence on a Var can interrupt him, but he can go for Sunder. Trick out of Dotted's in order to get a stun onto Var. Look at the backup out of there. Got himself plenty of healing. That's going to be the last of a Var. He needs himself another setup with the Ellen Wolves, and he may be able to get himself a big blaster going. Trying to make it happen. Lots of Maelstrom. One blaster follow. Oh, big lightning bolt. What is that lightning bolt? Okay, the Ellen Boss is huge. It does a lot of damage, but that lightning bolt though. Nori gonna be up next, charging out, blasting out Var. Got himself a full blast in there with a final reckoning. Looking to avenge the priesty companion. Blasting him out with judgments. Got himself a crusade playstyle actually. So the more holy power they spend, the more damage they do, the more haste they get, the more deadly they become. The ramp up their damage, but I think they make a wings a 3-minute cooldown instead. Var, back it up out of there. Not a lot of mana real life. Got himself Wolfies. Maybe could go for some damage. Nori, if you're not careful, you may be in trouble. May have to bubble it. Shrink it really early. Alien Blast does get him super low. May have to go for massive. Oh! Var does it. I'm zapping him down. This man is the Lord of Thunder. Taking this boys out of the game on how Blast. May have to take him out with a quickie. Easy. No, he can't do one-shotty. Unless maybe other shamans can do one-shotty. Because he's an elemental, he's not enhancement. By the way, he got the weapon. Oh, chat, apparently they recently added so artifact weapons can benefit from enchants, like transmog style. So you can see on how I got the Doom Hammer, the fiery one, and you got a fire enchant on it. It looks so good. I'm a big fan. Var, on the other hand, got himself the frosty axes, which all look good too. On how get himself some zaps, get himself some lightning bolts in his hands. Sunder by Var, big blast of Var, maybe in trouble. Trying to go for a heal, air shock for on how does he have enough damage to continue the pressure? Is looking to leap away. Var looking to catch up a little bit of damage and healing, using the Maelstrom in order to catch back up to full. Actually does activate plenty of healing, dropping out his self-heal totem in order to deal with Unhow. Walling his damage off, expecting the Hex. Actually goes for Windshield last second. Fire Elemental blasting out at Var, exchanging out some primordials. It looks like Daily's gone. Unhow has no health at all. He's just one hit away, and they're gonna be a Hex in last second. Unhow, how you live that? Oh, this man is hoping for a crit on those heals, because it's gonna be more impactful if he was running right talent. Lasso by Var, chicken for Unhow. Does get a Nova onto him. Wolfie's joining in. Var got himself a little bit of self-heal as long as there's Maelstrom at the ready. But does he have the damage to follow up? Lasso by Unhow, looking to knock back Unhow, but doesn't quite get to. Var at least is still in the melee of him. Plenty of Maelstrom. Var can't really go anywhere. It's gonna zap him from range. My goodness, this guy is the next Thrall. Jesus Christ, he's so powerful. So muscular. So vicious. So So royal with the set too. I mean, that's got to be one of the best looking sets. I wish you could see it a little better. A little jagged at the same set. I mean, look at that thing. Love that bottom part with the lava and how the color schemes. It just looks like a magma feet, man. It looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm not a big fan of robes. I'm not a big fan of robe gear, but this one looks really, really good. Gonna be Gussie up next, dropping, or at least trying to drop in a full Tyrant. Var traps him in place with the totem. Reflect is up for Gussie. Got himself dark back as well. Gonna be the bed dropping the weapon for a moment. Knocking all the demons all over the place. Scattering them everywhere. Gussie with the dark back. There's a shield to protect him from the damage from Var. Var just gotta mess around with those demons behind the pillar. Building up a little bit of Maelstrom. Maybe he's gonna poke around the corner once he gives himself another set of demon doggos or wolfies. And that's a big frosty blast towards Gussie. Or elemental blast, but he had double frost wolves, so I think more frost damage would have done work. Actually, when you get double frost wolves as an enhancement shaman, because your shamans amp up the elements, right? Frost shamans buff, or frost wolves buff frost damage, fire wolves buff fire damage, lightning buff lightning. When you get like double frost wolves, do they both contribute towards LA blast, or do you need like a variety of wolves in order to get more damage? Big blast out onto lightning bolt with a not dark back. But I guess basically a dark pack with Gus is he does go for Soulborn Hellstone, taking a huge chomp out of the cookie, recovers entirely with the dark pack right after, hoping to maybe pressure Var, unless you got a Tremor Totem, which you may need here. If Gus is going to get Fanfare now, it could be pretty rough. Sending out even more blasts at Gus. Gus got himself a bit of Reflect. Var needs himself a bit of Maelstrom. Looks like he's going to back up out of there. Try to look for some recovery. Gussie going in for Shadow Bolts with Gul'dan. Going to be a full entire LA Blast on top of him. As going to be a Tyrant joining in. Var wants to back up out of there. Look for a bit of recovery. Does not want to be out in the open with the Tyrant. Using the pet, the Felguard in order to get himself... Felguard, right? Using Felguard in order to give himself a little bit of Maelstrom in order to get some healing. Big zaps on Gus. Does he have the damage? Does he gonna take him out? Oh my god, the Shaman goes in for a massive Storm Strike, taking the guy out. My goodness, last druid gonna be up next. A feral druid, last druid as the last druid of the team one, getting knocked out in the open by Var, but leaps right back in with Elemental joining in to give Var a little bit of defense. Massive bite, big bleeds are rolling in. Var with a battle, massive shrinking, trying to get himself a little bit more borrowed health. Ghost Tools are in, maybe gives him plenty of Maelstrom, main by Lath, looking to finish off the job. Var just looking to recover as best as possible. As long as he's got mana and a bit of Maelstrom, it may be okay. Last with the Berserk does not know how to break out of the prison though. He's trapped inside of the static totem. That's gonna be full AoE blast to follow. Maybe a lightning bolt right after. As Var got himself plenty of damage already. Full Earth Shield, or Earth Shield, yeah, Earth Shield, as well as a lightning shield to give himself a little bit of survivability. Plenty of Maelstrom to follow. Sunder does get Lath a little bit concerned about his health, looking to retreat. Got himself a renewal in case he needs to. May want to use a renewal early before dampening really ramps up any higher. Frenzy region at the ready while in a bear form. So he may be okay. Lasso wrangling up the skinny. Does Var have any damage follow up? Wait, does he just kill him with Lasso? Almost gets him without Lasso. Does the Lasso alone could have done the work? Lad does go for as much self-healing as possible. Mad healing at the moment. Looking for a full reheal, full reset versus Var. Ella Blast does punch right through him. Does he have any more damage? More Maelstrom. Wall for Var. Should be plenty healthy. Yet another Elemental Blast and Lightning Bolt is what takes him out of the end. Dude, Var is insane. This man right here is a wild guy. What is this healing? 5 million healing to 5.4 million damage? Like even the damage I'm not super concerned about because he did go through a couple of classes. Some had big healing. But 5 million healing. You're literally a healer. Oh my goodness, rogues are turning over in their graves. Wish I could heal that much, a rogue says. As Var just walks in, it is literally a rested shaman. But to be fair, I guess we do have a lot of classes with, what's it? What am I trying to say? Sorry, I drew a blank. I guess to be fair, they do have class talents. They give them a lot of resto abilities, enhancement, and elemental. So they do have like a lot of ways to draw a lot of those healing mechanics into the playstyle. So I guess it kind of makes sense. But damn, it's just still surprising, man. I feel like normally we just don't see shamans live long enough, but once you don't have a demon hunter to stop them and cleave them out immediately, I guess they actually get a chance to play, do they? Also, druid for purposes of measurement. About birds, all classes needed proto druid for purposes of measurement. Wait, proto druid. I don't know what a proto druid is. What's up, Pasha? How you doing, my guy? Video about a burst of all classes needed proto druid. for purpose of measurement. Like a feral druid. So at the time, feral druids weren't really getting like that kind of one-shotty burst, but boomkins were. So I just kind of wanted to feature every single class. That's why you don't really see a lot of Unholy, because Unholy can do a lot of damage. It just doesn't like hit you like a truck, you know. So we're trying to kind of feature like the biggest burst possible. Prod druids, like bear druids. Oh, yeah, bear druids also don't really do like one-shots unless it's. We haven't really seen anybody besides Warthroids, but Warthroids does like this bear drop thing. Should we include the bear drop? Maybe I should include the bear drop. Like, yeah, if you're out in the open world, I guess you could just like slam, but it's not really a guardian mechanic, right? It's really like a engineering boot stuff, isn't it? Yeah, prod druid, proto druid, prod druid. Yeah, guardian just doesn't really slam in like one shots, like in a conventional way. Again, maybe we should have had Warthos do it though. Feature him doing the bear drops, and maybe explain like, hey, this is real cheesy, engineer items. All that stuff. Are we doing more? Or are you guys done for the night? VAR's ready. We could call it here too, man. I'm kind of hungry. I do got a video I got to work on tonight. So let's actually do this, chat. Let's actually call it here. We had a lot of duels this evening. We had a lot of duels last night as well. I just want to make sure I saved all of them, though. These have been absolutely fun, boys. I've enjoyed the hell out of these, man. I enjoyed these. Tonight, though, I got a pretty big project. So I feel like the earlier I start working on it, the more work I can get into it, the earlier I can go to bed. Yeah, I just need to get myself a bit more coffee, man. I didn't get enough. So I got a lot of work tonight. But boys, thanks so much. You guys are awesome. It's super fun hanging out with all of you. Tomorrow, by the way, I want to dive into Mythic Pluses. We got a Mythic Plus week this week. Monday and Sunday are both going to be Mythic Plus days for beta. Hopefully the service will be stable. Dirty water. Yeah, exactly. Icarus City is working properly as Guardian hype. Oh, let's go, dude. Projo like the target and the other target are trying to kill. Projo like a target that the other target are trying to kill. I have no idea what that means then. I did say that if... Hold on. Like a target that the other target is trying to kill. I'm not sure. Yeah, Pasha, I have no idea. I don't really know what a proto drill, like a target that a target the other target kill. Chat, if somebody can explain to me, I would love to explain it better. I just have no idea what Pasha means. Паша, если знаешь по-русски, может по-русски спросить вопрос. Потому что чуть-чуть русский помню. I'm saying to him, because Pasha is a Russian name normally. Maybe it's like non-Russian. I'm saying if he knows Russian, he can maybe ask in Russian. Looking forward to tomorrow plus. Right, test? Yeah, me too. I want to test tank. I want to test DPS. I want to test some healing. I'd love to heal as evoker. I think it'd be so fun, man. Знаешь русский чуть-чуть. Забываю уже. Yeah. Wait, nerf for it? It may be. It's actually S tier for PvP in your opinion. Yeah, any class that says S tier right now, Labby, is probably gonna get nerfed or it's gonna get changed. To say like which class is gonna look like S tier is very, very difficult. Very difficult. I can maybe highlight some of the classes that are looking like they'll improve in Dragonflight, right? Improvements, I can talk about those, but in terms of like what class is S tier or B tier or popular or not popular, that would be kind of difficult, honestly. Yeah, Municipality Guardian is the bearer of the charter dummy. Well, I did have like pets. I had the combat pets for Hunter. And if somebody wants to use like a dummy, like an actual dummy, we did have like Zoldazar on the Horde side at least. But outside of that, I did have my pets as dummies. So if you wanted to get some procs of those, I just would heal them. I would take away that healing dispel mechanic that Warthros actually pointed out to me. Yeah, and yeah, I tried to facilitate some kind of dummies just to see like what kind of a cheesy, what is the most cheesiest damage that someone can do. That's probably not going to be realistically there. I highly doubt the Blizzard is going to nerf any of these classes based on a video. Highly doubt it. Because there's some really cheesy stuff, like even after doing like the whole PvP talent swap, I think for that one-shot judgment thing. But yeah. Yo boys, thanks so much for coming by. I'm gonna go. I understand the tier set. I've been so interested in the tier set. Which one? The healer one? There's a chance to cause an excellent flame to cast instant and deal 20% of kiss healing. Dude, I gotta try reversion healing. That I feel like is gonna be insane. Reversion chance to critical heal increase by 25% for 6 seconds. Environment spells. Reversion healing procs. Yeah. It's really, really good. I imagine those instant casts are gonna be great. Duel finish for the day? I think so, yeah. I think so. Forming groups. We will be back next week. Probably having to go 2 charges of it. Yeah, I think so. 2 charges and 2 charges, and then there's the duration increase with Timeless Magic, just to get more value on those heals and then go for more crits, because crits will cause it to like keep ticking forever. You basically want to get like basically perma dots or perma hots if you can, and then play off of those. Thank you for those that were great. Take care, buddy. But anyways, thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, everybody. Var, thank you, Silver. Thank you, everybody that joined us tonight. Boys, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. Tomorrow, more Mythic Pluses. We're going to be diving into tanks, healers, and DPS. This week as well, I think Monday night, we're going to try to do a normal raid for the new tier. So Monday, we may just do a raid stream for Mythic Pluses, as well as Mythic Pluses, as well as a raid. Maybe raid. So what dungeons do we have this week? Ruby Lipos, Azure Vault, Academy. Is it only Academy this week? Ruby Lipos, Academy, and a Ruby. Okay, well, that'd be cool. And also, we gotta test out the new Thundering. I want to test it out. I want to try some DPS on it. I think that'd be super, super fun. Alrighty, boys. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. You guys are beautiful, wonderful. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the regular, yeah? Mythic Pluses. Join me tomorrow, man. Join me tomorrow. I'll be tanking, I'll be healing, I'll be DPSing. And if you guys want to join up, all of you are welcome. Alrighty, boys. You guys take it easy. Peace.
I'm getting freaky.